We are. Welcome in on this Tuesday afternoon. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matthew Skraby. The day after Mike Shildt retires. Start to get more information. Dennis Lynn with an article late last night popped up in The Athletic. Some good baseball last night. Mariners are seemingly in control of their series.
Mariner fans don't want to hear that.
I'm sorry. I know they don't.
Because they've never been to the World Series.
I know
and
they
they're
don't.
just sure something bad's going to happen.
And I respect those feelings. But the reality is they have really dominated the first two games of this
winning
series.
2 on the road, man. It's got to be your series.
Against a team that was hot. And then, man, I tell you what, Blake Snell put on a absolute show last night. It
was the best performance I think I've ever seen, because I was not alive when Don Larson pitched his perfect game. And I know it's hard for Skraby and others to believe that there was actually a game played in the World Series that I wasn't alive for. But you look, I mean, when you face 24 batters and you retire 23 of them, and I don't even think he retired them. I think it'd be fair to say that he retired them easily.
Yeah,
Tony,
no. Without
they weren't
question.
getting any loud foul balls.
No, they weren't even hitting anything.
No, and when they made it out, it was a ground ball rolled over. So he gets 23 of the 24 out. The other guy picks off first base. It's the only time, other than Larson's perfect game, that a pitcher has basically faced the minimum for 8 innings in a playoff game. It's the only other time. So it's clear to me that this is the best game that's been pitched since then, the most dominant for sure. The only thing is, I know he had 100 pitches. I can't say it, but if they would have lost that game and not used him in the 9th inning, do you think he asked out, or was this just a decision that was made ahead of time?
A decision they made ahead of time. Listen, there was a time where people were saying Blake couldn't pitch beyond 5.
I know.
Since then, he's thrown a no-hitter. He's gotten to 8 in this big game last night.
But, I mean, you would have never taken a pitcher out under those circumstances before, and it almost cost them. I mean, I was rooting for Sasaki to finally have the meltdown we've been waiting for. And I think Dave Roberts recognized it was happening and was smart enough to get him out of there.
Got him out of there because it was starting to unravel on him. And my question now will be, how effective can he be moving forward? Because last time we saw him have some trouble, it kind of snowballed on him, and then we didn't hear from him for a little bit. So
Dave Roberts may not even use him again.
This is his first adversity since coming back from the last kind of hiatus. Yes.
Let's be honest. We don't like Dave Roberts here because he's the manager of the Dodgers. But to sit here and say that he doesn't make a few moves here and there that are unconventional, that work, would be not correct. Very few guys would replace their closer in the middle of the inning with a lead, but he felt that's what he needed to do. It worked. Had trying and given up a double, everybody would have criticized him, but Dave Roberts isn't afraid.
No,
he looked at his bench coach. You could see the John boy in me now, and he looked at his bench coach and he said, "I think we got to get Blake." And his bench coach kind of said, "Yeah." And he went out and he brought him in, and he's done a lot of things like that don't make a lot of sense when I see them, and I don't want them to work, but they work. So
I don't want them to work.
No, of course I want them to fail miserably. The Brewers need to win this playoff because. And I don't want to overreact to one article by Jeff Passan, but
you're about to.
No, I'm not going to overreact. But you don't think that another year of a $500 million baseball team running away with the World Series isn't going to make the divide between ownership and the Players Association greater? Because I believe if the Dodgers win this again and they do it easily, like they've been doing, have they lost a playoff game yet? One, I think. The Schwarber game they lost. But I believe the owners will at least use that and say, hey, we've got to get some control of the salaries. I don't agree with them, Tony. I think that they ought to be able to control themselves, but they can't. And I just worry that they're going to use that, and the Players Association are never going to go for the salary cap. We've talked about this, for years and years. And baseball is looking at a potential stoppage.
Was that on your radar before Jeff Baston's article?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Just wanted to ask.
No.
But every now and again, somebody brings something that do you disagree with him 100%? You don't think that if the Dodgers keep winning like this, that it's going to be something that will be brought up?
First, the Dodgers have to actually do this, which hasn't been done since the New York Yankees, right?
Right. They're also they would be the first team since the Phillies of 08-09 to even get back to the World Series after winning it.
We weren't having that conversation then when the Phillies got there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not a possibility. I'm just saying let's not overstate it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, thinking that the Dodgers are about to, as you said, run away with a World Series. I don't know about running away.
I don't either.
That looked like a pretty contested game, and that was Blake Snell on the mound. I would contend that they don't have anybody else in their rotation as good as everybody else is. That will be as difficult of a matchup as Blake Snell was last night for them.
All right, well, let's look at this.
Wait,
issue.
before we move forward.
Yeah,
I don't want
to move forward. I'm still on this.
I want to get this particular piece out the way. Bryce Terang in that ninth inning.
Oh yes. I mean, why would he not get hit? Come on, bro. Game would have been tied.
Listen, man.
And then you swing at a pitch that's at your head?
Two different things. Swinging at a pitch above your head, that's what you try not to do all the time. But getting out of the way of a baseball thrown at you, I don't care if it's a breaking ball or not. It is natural for your first move on the ball like that to get out the way. He certainly knew afterwards, like, dang, if I could have just stayed in there.
Kind of like if you're falling off a cliff, your first movement is going to be to grab the side.
Right.
You're just not going to be able to not try to grab the side.
It's what is it? What's the word?
Self-preservation.
Self-preservation.
Look, we were taught when I pitched, if you wanted to hit a batter, you didn't throw at him. You threw a little bit behind his butt.
Right.
And he would back right into it every time. And that's not because they want to. They can't help it.
Can't help it.
I didn't even look at that. I know people have been going on and on about it, but that didn't even register.
All right, now what did you want to say?
I wanted to get back, and one last thing on this passing thing. And if you know what we're talking about, it's on ESPN.com. You can read it. And he's saying that this series is going to determine whether or not baseball goes forward after 2026 because they're going to have a strike. But let's look at it from the Brewers side. If the Brewers win the series, to me, that gives people who want the status quo a huge leg up to say, yeah, the status quo works. We don't need to make changes. A team that is 25th in payroll just knocked off the $500 million team. So I think it is important in regards to where baseball goes forward. If the Brewers can pull this off, I think it's going to be something where people on baseball side are going to say, hey, just keep it. Look what's happened. But if the Dodgers run away, I think there will be an overreaction.
I don't think it has to be a one end of the spectrum or the other, right?
Okay.
It doesn't have to just be either status quo or crazy change. So in terms of a salary cap, I don't know that it matters as much in terms of where the players are. They're not going to ever want it, regardless of how this finishes. So
agreed.
That's a whole nother.
But it would be much easier to keep the status quo if the Dodgers don't win.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just saying.
I think Patson might be onto something here.
If Milwaukee wins, the same fight is going to happen in 2026, regardless of whether they win or lose.
But are people not going to come back to this series and say, yeah, okay, you're fighting to keep teams from spending an inordinate amount of money, but we've shown that it isn't really all that important. Toronto's a bit of a smaller thing. Milwaukee's definitely small market. Seattle's not big either. So these teams can win. They can compete. So let's not change anything. What do you think, Mr. Skraby? You're the top businessman in this room.
Thank you. I feel good about that.
Pull up the payrolls for this past season.
I know the Dodgers are at the top.
Well, clearly.
Way up there. The Mets were actually at the top, I think.
The last 5 championship winners, right? What is we talking? We talking Dodgers, Braves, The Red Sox aren't in there. Are they in the last 5 years? No.
Astros.
I just want to see where.
If you ask me the World
teams
Series champs in the 70s, I'll reel them right off for you. But if you ask me who won 2 years ago, I can't remember
the
anybody.
Current payrolls for that's 2026. Let me go back. Current payrolls for 2025. Oh my goodness. The total tax payroll plus the bill for the Dodgers this year estimated $585 million.
Right.
So that goes into the pot.
And what's the Dodgers? What's the Brewers? They're down in the 20s.
The Brewers are
maybe even lower.
They're at 146 million.
My point is that's just this season.
Right.
There are previous seasons that
so
you got to kind of take.
2024?
Dodgers. 2023 Rangers.
So last year the Dodgers paid 2024 they paid 456 million. The Rangers they had Marcus Semien, and the Rangers were the 8th highest payroll.
Well,
who won in 2022?
All right, the top payroll doesn't win every time. Obviously, you can come from nowhere. The Royals won in 2015. I don't want to change baseball. I don't mind the way it is. I think the owner should be, if you can't afford it, stop buying it and figure out a way to get it done. The Brewers have done it. The Rays have done it consistently.
Yep.
Other teams have been consistently good under these circumstances. And although the Dodgers are a bit of an outlier because they have been here almost every time with all this talent, where are the Yankees? Where are the Mets? Where are the Red Sox?
Right.
Where are all these teams that also spend uncontrolled amounts of money? It's not guaranteed. The Dodgers have done it right. The other teams also do it. They don't end up here like the Dodgers every time. So
you just think that it could have an impact.
I just think in the negotiations, I think people were going to look at this series and be able to make a point one way or the other.
I will say in a quick look back to 2021, it seems like World Series teams come in the top 10 payroll. So you don't make make the playoffs or you don't make the World Series.
But one year the Dodgers beat the Rays. The Rays clearly were not in that.
Right.
Correct. My opinion on this, Tony is not going to like it.
I don't get.
You know what?
I don't have a dog.
It's time for a break. I'll share my opinion on the other side.
Great tease.
Wow,
More Gwynn and Chris
wait.
on the other side. Skraby's opinion.
Can't wait.
Amco presents Bait.
There's a Roadrunner. Meet me. He doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like me either if I was chasing me. As you can see, I'm all Aztec'd out here at the Aztec baseball tournament. It's the SDSU baseball alumni tournament. Right now, we are 1 under in the scramble, and Chris is playing well, Tony's playing well, but our ringer, Jack Townsend, is playing really well, so. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Scrape. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You've hit some.
We are League 10 now, and it's getting really windy. It's actually kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie, I know we're in San Diego, but we're 3 under as a group. We just got off a birdie, and I just hit my defense. There's a squirrel. He wants to attack me. Squirrely! We just got our second birdie of the day thanks to this guy.
Yeah, a 4-footer after.
It was a 5-footer.
After our pro drove it 300 to the front of the green and then chipped it within 5 feet.
Uh-oh.
Scraby, don't feed the animals.
Don't feed the animals. I do feed animals, but Chris made a birdie putt. Leaving the golf course. And we ended up shooting 63 once. Everything was accounted for since it was a scramble, and we had an SDSU golf player, Jack Townsend. He was with us, and he did a lot for us. I think we shot 63 because of him, but we all had a good time. There's a Roadrunner. Meet me. He doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like me either if I was chasing me. As you can see, I'm all Aztec'd out here at the Aztec baseball tournament. It's the SDSU baseball alumni tournament. Right now, we are 1 under in the scramble, and Chris is playing well, so he's playing well. But our ringer, Jack Townsend, is playing really well. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Skraby. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You've hit some.
We are just league 10 now, and it's getting really windy. Actually kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie, I know we're in San Diego, but we're 3 under as a group. We just got off a birdie, and I just hit my defense. There's a squirrel, but he wants to attack me. Squirrely! We just got our second birdie of the day thanks to this guy.
Yeah, a 4-footer after.
It was a 5-footer.
After our pro drove it 300 to the front of the green and then chipped it within 5 feet.
Uh-oh.
Skraby, don't feed the animals.
Don't feed the animals. I do feed animals, but Chris made a birdie putt. Leaving the golf course. And we ended up shooting 63 once. Everything was accounted for since it was a scramble, and we had an SDSU golf player, Jack Townsend. He was with us, and he did a lot for us. I think we shot 63 because of him, but we all had a good time.
It hasn't started raining yet, at least not where we are, but can't be far off. Can't be far off.
It just started.
Foreboding skies over San Diego. Day after Mike Shildt announces his retirement, AJ Preller had some very interesting, I thought, comments about that earlier today in his press conference. We will play you some of what he said in about 10 minutes. So you will get to hear AJ talk about not only the announcement itself, but apparently Mike Shildt has been receiving death threats, among other things, and has had health issues enough to where that all contributed to the decision. But we'll hear from AJ Preller on that. Let's finish up, though, the game last night, the Brewer game. Sorry to the Mariners and Blue Jays fans, but didn't really watch that game. It was during our show, so I don't have as many comments about it. The Brewers thing, first of all, did you hear that Mookie Betts, after the game, got a ride? Evidently the car, you probably know this, Tony, but evidently your car in Milwaukee is far away.
Yes.
From the clubhouse.
Yes.
It's not like right there.
I mean,
it's a good walk.
Far away in relative terms.
Relative terms.
Yes.
Well, far away enough for Mookie Betts to ask one of the Milwaukee Brewer clubhouse attendants to give him a ride out to the car after the game.
A couple of
last
things,
night.
real quick, to just kind of clear up.
Okay.
The visiting clubhouse.
Yes, you know this. I don't.
Is a way further away
from
the lot than the home. So you got to go by the home locker room, coming from the visitors locker room.
But apparently this was a Brewers clubhouse attendant. I guess one that works in the visiting locker room.
Correct.
Mookie Betts got a ride to his car. The person who told the story was Milwaukee Brewers manager, Mr. Murphy, because he said Mookie Betts and the driver whizzed right past them as he was walking to his car.
Ugh. I don't want to be that clubby.
Yeah, I don't know that's.
I
know Tony's
Murph
gonna.
is being
What do you
misleading
think?
here. Murph is being misleading.
Okay.
The visiting clubhouse guys solely deal with the visiting guys. So, like, it's not unusual what's unusual is for Mookie to be going out that direction, because typically the visitors go out the opposite direction. But since he has an actual car there, he's probably parked somewhere where the home guys are parked. So typically the visiting guys will take care of whatever the visiting team needs. And so in this case, it's Mookie. So I don't know that it's all that crazy for said visiting clubhouse guy to go whizzing by Murph on the way out to the parking lot.
What is crazy is when the bases are loaded and a guy hits a fly ball to the top of the fence in center field, and it turns into a double play that confused everyone. There's no way Ron Darling and Jeff Francoeur on the TV broadcast knew what was happening. They tried to make it sound like they did. Brian Anderson, a Hall of Fame announcer, was smart enough to just let it play out and said, they're going to have to review this. But if you didn't see it, Muncy hit the deep fly ball. Bases are loaded, one out. Frelick, the center fielder, goes back, leaps at the top of the fence, and the ball goes in his glove and then pops out up in the air.
It's the wall.
And it hits the wall, and then he catches it again. But at first glance, at least I couldn't see that the ball hit the wall. I just thought it popped out of his glove. You did. Well, yeah. You're a major league center fielder, so I think you would, kind of get that. Anyway, the Dodger base runners didn't know what to do.
Right.
They didn't know where to go. Teoscar Hernandez thought he needed to tag up. He did. By the time he ran home, they threw home. But instead of having to tag him out, it was ruled a force play. And I don't think the Dodgers could even figure that out. And then the runner at second never ran to third, so they walked up to third, inning over. And what everybody came to find out is that when the ball hit the fence, first time it popped out of his glove, that made the ball safe. It was actually not a catch.
No.
It was a hit.
No. Right.
And so the base runner should have been running the whole time.
Yeah.
The left field umpire did a fantastic job of running down the line and out there and signaling safe, as to say that is a hit, that is in play. But in the craziness of the situation, I don't think you can necessarily blame any of the Dodger runners for not knowing what to do.
A couple things.
How did you take it, Tony? Because you've been out there.
I saw it come out of his glove and hit the wall.
You did see it hit the wall.
And then catch it.
And then he catches it, right.
I thought, based on how they were calling it, I thought Ron saw that as well. I thought Frenchie did not see it.
And you're talking about umpires here.
No, I'm talking about the broadcasters. You said that you were talking
Ron
about
Darling, Frenchie.
I thought Darling saw it.
Okay.
And I thought Frenchie didn't see it. And so as the base runners, man, you can't fault anybody, really.
I don't, yeah.
Because I got to see it because it's on TV. There are cameras that bring me closer to the center fielder.
Right.
From third base, it would have been great eyesight.
Right.
And you don't know if, by the way, who was that? Was that Sal who went out?
Frelick.
Frelick.
He was in center field.
And you can't know if Frelick is screening him from that standpoint in terms of after it comes out of his glove.
Right.
Like you just don't know any of that. He's looking through bodies anyway at that point. So you can't really fault any of the base runners. I mean, maybe I think it was Tommy Edman who was at second.
Will Smith was at second because he ran back to second and told Tommy Edman to run back to first.
So Will Smith then, who's at second, maybe if he is looking right at the third base umpire or whatever umpire is out there,
that's what
which is not a common thing to be doing.
No,
he might have been able to pick up. Okay, he's saying live ball, go.
Yeah.
But that's like that would have been like a 1 in a million look that he
and in a
happened
regular
to be
season, you wouldn't even know to look at a third base umpire or a left field umpire because there wouldn't be one.
Be there. Right.
It was the craziest thing.
It was.
I got to hand it to, the umpires on the play.
Yep.
They seemed to have it the whole way.
Time.
They ruled, Hernandez out at home plate on a force play when I had no idea how that could be a force play.
That's how good these umpires are at this late in the season. I mean, the fact that home plate umpire, he knows in that situation, I need to be looking at the left field umpire, see what he calls here. Once he calls safe, it's lined up for those guys. They know exactly what to do. And they got it 100% right.
Yeah, they did a great job. And Dave Roberts came out, got his explanation.
He knew he was
just
toast.
trying.
He knew he was toast.
He was trying, but at least he tried. And then he went back. And then you know what? The Dodgers kind of accepted it. And I thought, and this goes back to Blake Snell, that's the turning point of the game right there, that play. And Blake Snell just goes out the next inning, goes, you're out, you're out. And he goes and sits down again. And you're like, wow. So the Brewers had no momentum at all.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter what happened because he was that good.
It was one of the best pitching performances I've ever seen from a starting pitcher for as long as it was. The 23 easiest outs I've ever seen. And I do think.
And that's a difficult lineup to get through.
Yeah.
Because I have so many dudes that put the ball in play, but I've always said that, even when he was here, stuff for stuff, when he's right, there isn't anybody better.
I don't think there is. And if you add to the fact that he walked none, forget it.
Yeah.
Might as well go home.
Yep.
Because when he walks none.
It's a good thing he can't pitch to game 2 or 3 at this point.
Well, it was fun to watch, even if you're not rooting against them, and I'm sure you were. Anyway, Dodgers lead 1-0. They'll play game 2 tonight in Milwaukee. The Mariners and the Blue Jays with the 2-0. The jinx for the Mariners is this. When the visiting team wins the first 2 games of a best-of-7, as the Mariners have done, it's happened 28 times in baseball history. 25 times that team has won the series. So it's about a 90% shot right now for the Mariners to get to their first World Series. If you're like me, you wonder who the 3 teams that came back. I wonder. The 85 Royals lost the first 2 to the Cardinals at home. They ended up winning the series thanks a lot to that Denkinger bad call in Game 6. The famous 86 Mets, who just had the magic, they lost the first 2 at home to the Red Sox. They had to come up with that crazy Game 6 themselves to win that series. And then the only other team to do it was the 06 Yankees, 96. Their first World Series under Joe Torre. They lost the first 2 games at home to Atlanta and came back and won 4 straight. So that's what Toronto will be attempting to do. That series resumes tomorrow.
Boom.
Skraby, I never heard your thought.
I know. I'm sorry to everybody who waited around.
I knew there was something I needed to get to, but I couldn't figure out what it was.
Apparently,
sorry, dog.
Everybody's telling me on the chat, because I tuned out from you guys for a second. The weather is nuts outside.
It is nuts. I'm looking at it right now. It's crazy.
All right.
I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. I keep forgetting where it is.
Wow, it is raining really hard. This is being cool here on the Entercom Empire. So if you're sitting out there,
What?
That was a long time ago, everybody.
About our 4th show, wasn't it?
No.
And I thought, I told Tony after that show that day, we're in big trouble.
There's no shot.
We ain't gonna make it.
It was the day after. I remember this like it was yesterday. We were talking about the Super Bowl because it was the day after the Patriots beat the Rams in that boring Super Bowl. And Chris was making a great Todd Gurley point, and then I just broke in with that.
You stepped right on.
Yeah, was like, it's raining really hard, guys.
Yeah, we recall it. We've come a long way since then. All right, you wanted to comment. We're just at the quick, Skraby. We're talking about the Brewers and the small market versus the big market and what's at stake in this series. And you were going to say something that was going to upset Tony.
It's not going to upset me.
I'm going to be on your side with this whole thing, Chris. They have $1 billion of players, and most of them are on deferred contracts, and that is not
like they have a guy named Tanner Scott who they're paying a bunch of money to, and they don't even really need him right now because they have so many other guys.
He's
like
not good right now.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if the Dodgers keep generating these great players every single year by handing out big contracts, I do think that's a problem.
On the surface, I don't disagree, but to dig further, and I did while we were talking, the Dodgers have 5 current players that they drafted on their playoff roster. Will Smith is among them, Kershaw, of course, others. 5. The Brewers, a team that has to be built through the draft and has no money, they have only 4. So that means the Brewers have acquired just as many free agents and made as many trades as the Dodgers have to put this team together.
Like Yelich was a Marlin.
Of course he was. Yep. Most everybody came from
the homegrown
somewhere.
Brewer.
The 4 Brewers
Terang.
are Frelick, Ashby, the pitcher,
Terang,
yeah, and one other pitcher. It's in the story, but
McGill, right?
No, not McGill. He came from elsewhere.
Huh.
They only have one free agent, though.
Oh.
True free agent, the Brewers, and that's Quintana, who's not much of a free agent. That tells you really what a great job the Brewers have done with trades.
They do a good job
finding guys to come in and make this team. Give them their credit. It's due. Break time. AJ Preller on the retirement of Mike Shildt. His press conference from earlier today. You'll hear a bunch of it next.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play. And the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying.
Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. AJ Preller had his press conference today, a Zoom press conference, that is.
I hope he finished his lunch with Mike Shildt after the press conference. So they could be, he said he was having lunch with Mike Shildt. Yeah, after the press conference.
Oh.
So I hope he enjoyed that, and I hope they enjoyed that,
yeah.
And I hope both of them are back in their cars to listen to what we have to say.
I have a feeling Mike Shilt's not listening.
Mike, listen, come on.
He's going to be listening to his own voice here very shortly.
He pays me money to say nice things. He might as well hear some of the nice things I say.
Have you made contact about maybe receiving payments?
Residuals?
I'm waiting to see who the next manager is.
Oh, great.
Already. Working up a contract.
Thinking ahead there.
Working up a contract as we speak, Tony.
Got you.
Yeah.
You should make money for any time, like years from now, you bring it back saying, is this Mike, this isn't Mike Shilt's fault. You should just make residuals.
Like a running
television.
Well,
yes. I mean, don't look now, Eric Grupner, but I may just make this a whole Padre thing.
What?
I'll just say everything nice about the organization at all times.
Wow. Yeah.
So I may have to go all the way to the top with this.
That'll definitely go over well on social media.
And yes, if Eric Grupner were to announce that Chris Ello is now in place on 97.3 The Fan to only say good things about us, sure, that would really be a hit with the fans.
Let's move on.
You woke up in a weird mood today.
I don't know why you say that, but
Tony, do you agree with me?
Leave me out of this.
There's a little bit of a.
I want to talk about what AJ talked about today. Is what I would like to talk about. AJ was asked how he found out about Mike Shildt's decision to retire, and if there were any internal conflict within the organization.
From your perspective, how did Mike Shildt's retirement go down in terms of you learning about it? And did it have anything to do with any sort of conflict with anyone in the organization from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I think, to me it was probably more of a surprise than a shock. I mean, I think, we obviously talk all the time throughout the season, and you get a feel for, like where he's at, where his mindset and everything like that. I think when we left Chicago, last week, he said, hey, let me get 5 or 6 days to kind of recharge the battery, kind of talking about being burnt out a little bit. And he went back home to the Carolinas. I talked to him, multiple times last week. It was more small talk, just kind of checking in, seeing how things were going, talking about starting to get ready for the off season, starting our review process. And then when we got to this weekend, you could tell that he was just having some thoughts about what it all meant. And, Saturday he got back to myself and John and Eric, and, just eventually said, hey, this is something that I just don't have the energy to do, physically, mentally, don't see myself continuing in this spot. So that's kind of the last week. Again, like as the year was going on, we always have conversations about where we're at, what we're thinking, everything like that. So again, probably more of a surprise than shock.
So
I could.
Andy,
Are we still going with more questions?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Another smooth transition from the Gwynn and Chris show. How to transition out of a soundbite.
I couldn't help but kind of feel that when AJ said, when I got back to him on the weekend to see if we're getting ready to start our review process. It's like, damn, already? We literally just lost last week. We're about to hop right back into this bad boy. But from that point on, you start to go again. You're starting to figure out roster. You're starting to figure out guys you want to bring back. You gotta
you don't dwell on that game for as long as people might think.
Nah, man, you're back into it. And so, I mean,
Yeah.
you can obviously hear in AJ's voice that he probably
started thinking about the fifth inning when he was worried that we might not be able to get back in the game.
He said it came up in the wild card series right after. And, from there, I'm sure he started to kind of get a feeling just based off of hearing those many conversations he had with Mike leading up to Mike telling him on Saturday that, hey, I don't have it in me.
Well, yeah. And we said this yesterday. Whatever Mike Shildt said when he talked about having to do some things for himself after doing things for others for so long, and that exactly is what managing is. Getting people to the tip top of their abilities.
Right. That's what it should be about.
Or that's what it should be, and I believe Mike Shildt did it for the right reasons. So that just makes perfect sense to me. When Dennis Lynn in The Athletic, if you want to read that, yesterday, starts talking about the Shildt hinted towards death threats that he's receiving as manager, I am so tired of reading this, but that is almost the least surprising thing I've heard.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. This is getting to be very commonplace. The Blue Jays pitcher, Savage, has had his girlfriend, family targeted, and that's just right now in the last 2 weeks since he's been on this big stage.
Right.
We had Schlittler have to deal with it for the Yankees. We had Ketel Marte practically reduced to tears, or he was reduced to tears. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
And everybody knows this. So it's almost silly to keep talking about it the way I am. What needs to start happening is a dialogue as to what we can do about it. I don't have a lot of great answers. The best answer I have is to get out of bed with gambling. But I know that's not going to happen.
That toothpaste is not going
right.
back in
That's
the tube.
not going to happen. So every time a pitcher gives up 9 runs and some guy loses his parlay, look out for what happened to Liam Hendricks this year when he got death threats after pitching badly.
I kind of alluded to this on our extra clip we did and that Skraby posted on YouTube. Gwynn and Chris is now on YouTube for those
Monday
who may not know.
Gwynn
Twitter
and
Instagram. For YouTube, search Gwynn and Chris SD. Twitter and Instagram, it's Gwynn and AND Chris as well. But yeah, we have moved into this kind of, I don't know, generation of kind of sports where it's hyperactive, from a fan experience standpoint to everything that you're going to endure as the athlete. And so that's just kind of where we are right now.
Society proved to me what they're all about. Remember when the kid ran on the field for the Padres and he got tackled and everybody was like, oh, he got tackled too hard for running on the field during a game and circling Fernando. And then the kid went on social media the next day and was like pumped. He's like, follow your dreams. Do stuff now rather than regret it later that you didn't. That's his mindset.
Right. He didn't regret that at all.
He did not regret it at all. No. He jumped on a field, and
which we all know is trespassing.
It's crazy to me. Yes,
right.
It's crazy to me too that there's people out there. Well, he got tackled way too hard. Are you kidding me? What if he had a knife?
Yeah, no. I mean, that's like I said. That's kind of the generation of sport spectating.
Viewing. I know, but we can't take it acceptingly.
No, we can't.
We have to figure something out. And I don't quite know. I mean, we can heighten security. There just needs to be harsher punishments
Like,
I think alcohol is going to have to go away soon. And I know people who drink responsibly are going to hate that.
Yeah.
But what can we do?
They're definitely going to hate that.
10 years ago, I'd have been like, who is this guy?
I know, but what are we going to do?
What is this guy trying to do?
I'm not going to lie. I kind of hate that.
I know you do.
They need to.
And is that just going to be, will people just drink as much as they can before they enter the stadium and then come in? We talk about it. I get it. You have to be drunk. It's
get it. You have to be drunk.
And I'm not gonna, because I was a guy who used to go to those games messed up. Wasted. I was a guy who used to go wasted, and yes, I did pregame because the beers are too expensive inside the park.
In all seriousness, it could lead to that. I think people would have a big problem with it, though, for sure.
Brandon says, so a few bad apples ruin it for us.
Welcome to the world.
Case,
welcome to the world, Brandon. That's pretty much how everything works.
Yeah. It's happening everywhere.
Most of us are pretty responsible. We don't need to be governed by a whole bunch of stupid laws and rules. But so many people can't handle
not enough,
it, right? So we have to put these things in place. Look, there's a story that was on CNN over the weekend. It's called Anderson Cooper tells the full story. It is not political in any way for those who are anti-CNN or love CNN. It's just his own show where they pick up a topic and they report on it, and he's not actually on it. But the whole hour is about fan behavior. And I think you should watch it. It's interesting. There's a lot of fans in there that have had problems. There's people that have been injured. You may even recognize the one guy who got beaten close to death at a Dodger game. He's a Giant fan.
Brian
I was playing when that happened.
Yeah. Interviewed him.
You were playing for the Dodgers when that happened?
I think so.
Wow.
2012? Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
And but the most interesting photo or camera shot of the entire thing that stuck in my mind, they showed a Manchester United versus Manchester City match.
Yeah.
At the Man U arena, but they have so many fans of both teams there. They actually seat the fans based on who they're rooting for. They don't let them intermingle. And there's the blue on the one section, there's the red in this section, and down the middle is a stairway dividing them. On both sides of every step, there's security in yellow jackets making a line
in between
all
them.
The way up. Yep. So the red has to stay here and the blue has to stay there. That's what that's come to. Yeah. So anyway, it's interesting. I would love
open the ideas.
I would love to go to a football game and not be concerned. Baseball's not far behind. There was one last thing to touch on, and we kind of got off topic. I'm sorry.
We definitely did.
It's not the first time.
I wonder who did that.
I did. You got a
we
problem?
Start talking about Anderson
you got a
Cooper's...
problem with it? Work on another show.
We were talking about Anderson Cooper's show when Anderson Cooper's not even on the show.
It's the name of the show.
Anderson Cooper has a show named after himself that he's not even on?
He wasn't on this one.
That's insane to me.
There was one other interesting point made, and then I'm going to go back to what A.J. Preller said, because this started because Mike Shildt got death threats. So there was a connection.
He had to remember where it started.
Yeah, it took me a while. But this show, this news magazine of a show, attempted to get commentary from the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, hockey, all the leagues, tried to get their response to where fan behavior is now. Some of the numbers, is it worse? Is it better? Is it under control? Is it not? Are you concerned more? Anyway, not one league got back to them.
Really? Why?
Didn't even get back to them. Well, I don't exactly know why, but my guess is that the numbers they would have to report would not be favorable.
But wouldn't they want to fix that, though?
Yes, but do they want the casual fan to know that it's that dangerous to go to a game?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean,
none of the major sports
got back to these guys.
Wow.
As if it was, just taboo to talk about this.
Max says Anderson Cooper speaking from his ivory tower in New York City. I thought that was kind of
yes,
funny.
I know. I knew somebody would have to go political on that.
No, that's not even political.
That's just saying, yeah.
That's just saying, yeah. Forgot what I was gonna say.
Dang.
I'm getting old, guys.
Well, good, because we need to get back to where we
gotta finish up.
We can't because
we got one
the clip's
more.
too long. Clip's too long.
Dang.
So
Frisco
actually,
Buster too long.
Filibustered.
Who was that one guy in the Senate? He's got nothing on me, man.
What, it was up for like 24 hours?
I think it was 23 hours without even using the restroom.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't beat that because I'd have to go to the restroom.
I think that social media, I'm going to do a big thing on the Skraby Show tonight about the society and where we stand in sports and all that. But I think social media is a massive problem. And I've said this a million times. We need IDs to sign up for social media sites, to have an anonymous way to just talk trash to people is so weird to me. I don't understand it.
It would never work.
Well, it wouldn't work.
And then there would be
black market accounts.
It wouldn't work now because no one trusts the government ultimately at this point.
No one trusts anyone at this point. I mean,
so being able to, get your or a company for that matter, right?
Yeah.
You can't trust very many things at this point.
I just think there's a lot of harm that social media causes, and there's a lot of good that social media
I agree. I see it
contributes to.
I see it at the teenage level quite often.
Oh, your kids.
Yes. I mean, this is just to say it works very well. The creator of it,
they hate that they created the internet.
I mean, forget the internet. I mean, I'm talking about strictly how social media works, the algorithms, all that. It works to perfection.
It's diabolical.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, we got a few minutes to kill here.
Got any other Anderson Cooper hot takes over there?
I know that I think it was his uncle was Harry Cooper, who bought the sports arena a long time ago and owned the Gulls.
The sports arena?
The sports arena. And he was the owner of the Gulls when I worked for the team.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say now.
Oh.
I see on Twitter every single day fights at
X, by the way.
Whatever. Fights at sporting events. And they're getting worse. There are more people involved. There are more people willing to go farther. There are people that are falling downstairs. There are people that are nearly knocked off the balconies of sections. Yeah. Like, it's getting worse. I don't know that I would take my kid to a game. If
you
I
didn't
had
need
a
to tell me that. I saw that on the Anderson Cooper show.
You also saw drunk. I mean, really, this all started with drunk Broncos fan. That was at the game that one day.
Oh, it did start there. That was just one of the ones we got up close and personal for the first time.
I'm just glad drunk Broncos fans stayed in the stands and didn't tumble to some disaster.
I don't mind the idea of putting all the fans in the same spot. Like,
I don't mind that either.
Talk trash to each other, because I think that's probably the biggest problem is.
Can you imagine walking into a stadium? They go, "Who are you rooting for?" I'm gonna go Brewers tonight. Over there.
To your left, sir.
Yeah, who you got?
We got the Daily Gambit. Are we gonna finish? We'll come to AJ a little bit later.
Yes.
Come to AJ a little bit later. Daily Gambit up next. More Gwynn and Chris.
Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Matt Skraby. All three of us together in the Odyssey Palace studios. Coming up in this 3 o'clock hour, we have a daily Gambit. We have, oh, man. I love that. I really do. I was thinking about it today. The Fantabulous game show's coming up today at 3:40.
Can't wait.
It's, Skraby thinks that we do this show to pick on him. I'd have to say it's part of the reason. Like if you're playing Family Feud, right? And you said, what are the reasons you play the Fantabulous game show? Pick on Skraby would be like the number 4 answer up on the board.
I agree.
But
fourth most popular
answer would be to pick on Skraby. Number 2 would probably be to see Skraby lose and lose his mind. But mostly, I just think it's kind of fun. And I hope that at least we have kind of categories that are fun for people to think about and try to play along with us. So that's coming up in the 3 o'clock hour as well. I also mentioned this to Skraby earlier. I have an unbelievable, Tony, you'll love it, an unbelievable karma story.
Oh, yes.
Today.
Yes.
I'm a little scared with the prickliness of Chris today. So.
Well, this is
Notice I didn't shoot down the prickliness.
Yeah, no, I can't. Well, this karma story, I think, can go one of two ways. Depends on how we think, but the karma definitely happened.
I'm always in for a good karma story.
That's coming up. But right now we got some daily Gambit stuff to get to. As far as newsworthy items on this Tuesday, don't really have much. Do we? I can't find anything. So let's just go to the Gambit.
Yeah, Butch.
No, we don't. What do you got, Tony? You got any big news headlines? Yeah, I don't. So let's go. Daily Gambit. Oh, yeah.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in the Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on the show. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We mean that. Gamble responsibly, because if anything is true, the minute I start betting with real money because I'm doing well on the Daily Gambit is the minute that I start losing on the Daily Gambit. So,
most likely.
Yes. We started with the Dodgers and the Brewers. Dodgers -1.5 on the run line. I don't know who Tony took in this one. I didn't write
I
it
took the
down.
Dodgers.
Okay, I was the only one who took the Brew Crew. Dodgers won 2-1. And that one
Brewers
run
win,
that came
yeah,
in.
The one in the ninth inning was a bet-changing run.
When are they going to change the ground rule double rule? Because it's ridiculous that they had to stop that guy at third instead of scoring him because he would have scored.
What do you mean? Why are they changing the ground rule?
I hate when a runner who's at first has to stop at third because 9 times out of 10 that runner is going to score.
But they're there.
So you're just saying deal with it.
Yes.
He also ended up scoring on the next pitch. So the
It's
final score was the exact same.
Ground rule double.
That doesn't make sense though, because
So when
most
you-
guys get home.
Do you want them to be able to keep the ball alive? You got to climb up over and grab the ball in.
Especially last night, it bounces off of a wall and comes
I
back.
know, but do you want the umpires to decide whether the guy would have scored or not? Because that's what you're basically telling me.
And then you get
is that the umpire should look at it and go, yeah, he would have scored. That counts. I think you got to do what you do.
Can you imagine how irritated you'd be if in one game the third base umpire said, "Oh yes, he's going to score,"
but Manny Machado, nope, back to third, pal.
You'd be furious.
Yeah,
I would never be furious.
Two bases.
All right.
Two bases.
Fine.
Deal with it.
Fine. I just hate it, no matter what. Over under 7.5 runs in that game. Chris and Tony went under. I went over. It was only 3 runs. So
that was your only loss of the night.
Blake Snell over under 6.5 Ks. All of us went over. He had 10. We win. Ohtani over under 2.5 runs plus hits plus RBIs. Chris and Tony went over. I went under. He had 0.
3 walks. Doesn't count, though. Bills Falcons over under 49.5 points. Good job for Adams Falcons. Taking down the
Don't
Bills.
clap for him. This dude was in here crying like a little girl last week.
He really was, and that wasn't nice to girls everywhere.
I'm sorry,
but...
he was crying like a child.
Yeah, 3 of them.
He was crying like a child.
He was, man. We're never going to score again.
He couldn't stand.
When are we going to get rid of Michael Penix?
Yeah, he couldn't stand it.
Bring Kirk Cousins back.
I mean, Michael Penix hasn't looked amazing.
Well, here's one thing
He got the job done yesterday.
One thing I'm going to prepare you for.
Bijan Robinson got the job done yesterday.
He also got the job.
I don't know. He had some nice passes to Drake London too. Tony, get ready for this on Monday or Tuesday next week. Either crying Adam or crying Skraby. Falcons Niners play each other this weekend.
If crying Adam is not here, that means we're going to have Super Bowl Adam probably after 2 weeks of good.
I think I'd rather have Super Bowl Adam and crying Skraby.
I won't cry because the team's so injured. There's no reason to cry.
Okay, sure you won't.
Bills Falcons over under 49.5 points. You guys went over. I went under. It was 38 combined points in that one. Washington minus 5.5 against Chicago. Chris went Commanders. Tony and I went with Chicago. Chicago wins 25-24. Who had more passing plus rushing yards, Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams? Jaden Daniels also had a minus 10 yard spread. Jaden Daniels had 211 yards passing, 52 yards rushing, minus that 10, 253 total. Caleb Williams had 252 passing, and he had -2 rushing, so he had 250. I win by 3.
Jaden Daniels wins. Yeah, I couldn't believe that one.
And then it was James Cook or Bijan rushing plus receiving. Bijan had 170 yards rushing, 68 yards receiving, minus the 20 on the spread. Gives him 218 yards. Tony and I took Bijan. Chris went James Cook. James Cook had 87.
The Bills ought to be fired for malpractice with James Cook.
I don't disagree with that.
No, they
didn't use him.
They don't use him. They hand him the ball on first down, and then they take him off the field.
Outside of Josh Allen, he's clearly the best player on that offense. I don't know why they're...
I don't know what they're doing.
They might be doing that thing where they don't use you early so that you're fresh down the stretch, but I don't know.
They could use James Cook with the ball out in some open space.
For sure.
What's his name? Sean McDermott said that they're going to take the bye week to reset.
Yeah,
I bet.
We'll see.
Kings, last one, LA Kings minus 1.5 against the Minnesota Wild. Chris and I chose Minnesota. Tony is never going to win with the Kings.
They lost
because the Wild wins 4-3.
Yeah, you are the Kings jinx.
You know what? I'm gonna stop betting. I have to.
Skraby, after going 27 wins last week, goes 8-1 yesterday.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
What did I get? That was pretty good yesterday.
You were 4, I was 3.
Oh,
so
wow.
he beat us pretty handily.
Wow.
All right, let's try it again tonight. We'll start with Tony tonight. Dodgers again, 1.5 over the Brew Crew.
Yamamoto?
Yes. Yamamoto Peralta.
Give me the Brew Crew.
You take the Brewers. I gotta go with the Brewers again. I took the Dodgers last night. What was I doing? Skraby?
You knew Blake Snell was on the mound.
Oh yeah, right. and we lost because they took him. They just put up on the MLB Network. Should Blake Snell have stayed in to pitch the 9th inning? Let me answer that. No. Because what they did, they won the game. So why is it even a topic?
Because he was so good that they should just throw him back out there.
Yeah, but
because did you see what happened with? Do you really want to turn the game? I mean, Roki Sasaki has been good, so I understand why Dave Roberts would turn the game over to him. But do you really want to risk having Blake Treinen having to come in and all the rigmarole that
I would have kept Blake Snell in, but over 100 pitches in this day and age, I get it because that's what they do. 7 runs tonight. Dodgers Brew Crew. Runs looked really hard to come by last night. I'll say over. I root for over because I just like kind of a fun, more wide open game. Tony, 2-1 is okay for last night.
The spread it's
7 runs over under.
If they hit 7, it's under or it's a push.
7 is a push.
Over.
Scrape.
I'll go under.
Why not? You're on a roll. Yamamoto -1 strikeouts versus Peralta. I'm for no. Did I go first there? Yeah,
No.
Skraby's first here. Yamamoto, -1 strikeout against Peralta.
Last time I said
Skraby.
this, he didn't pitch well. Yama Meatballs is back again. I'm going to say Peralta.
Peralta. I don't know. Is he a big strikeout guy?
Yamamoto, yes.
No, Yamamoto. I'll take Yamamoto. I'll hedge my bet because I'm picking the Brewers to win. Tony?
Peralta.
Shohei, once again, 2.5 runs, hits, RBIs. Everybody keeps believing in him. He's 4 for something in the playoffs. He's hitting like 143.
Who's this? Ohtani?
Yep. Yeah. Tony's first. Runs, hits, plus RBIs. Shohei. He had 0 of this category last night. 2.5. Over again.
He's facing a righty for the first time.
Oh, that might help. Let's see.
Tony and I had a deep talk about this before the show, before you were there, Chris. So I'm going to go over.
Over. I think, yeah, over. We got a little college football, and it's not Maction.
Is it Waction?
It's
Waction.
Conference USation?
Yes, I think that's what I don't even know what league these teams are in, frankly.
What are they?
We have Liberty
taking
on New Mexico State.
The Aggies.
From Las Cruces. I'm actually trying to, as I'm saying that, I'm trying to look up what league this is. I really don't know offhand.
Is it the Sun Belt?
It is.
No, Liberty's not in the Sun Belt.
I'm looking too. They're in Conference USA. It's Conference USation.
Yeah.
Conference USation. Okay. After all that, I'm first. Liberty -10.5 against New Mexico State.
Interesting.
New Mexico State's 3-0 at home, 0-2 on the road. Liberty is actually behind them in the standings, but favored by 10.5 points. Something's amiss here. I'll take Liberty. They know something. Tony?
Liberty.
It's great. Aggies.
New Mexico State.
Oh,
I know. Liberty.
One more on that. South Alabama -7.5 over Ark State.
Arkansas State?
Yeah, that is not Conference USation. That is Sun Beltation.
Okay, Sun Beltion.
And
who's favorite?
South Alabama at home by 7.5.
I'll take South Alabama.
USA. That's what they.
USA.
Yeah, USA. Skraby?
I know nothing about these teams.
Well,
nobody
I'm
does.
going to go South Alabama.
Well, we couldn't do Liberty. We'll do USA. Finally, the Montreal Canadiens, 1.5 over the unbeaten 2-0 Seattle Kraken.
They've only played 2 games?
It's early in the season. The Kraken are one of 3 teams that are still unbeaten, but this will be their undoing.
The Kraken!
This will be their undoing. I'll take Montreal. Giving them a goal and a half, though. Yeah, I'll stay with it. Whatever. Tony?
The Kraken!
They
keep it going.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
Crack-a-lackin'. All right. Yeah, we're only 45 minutes away from Sun Beltion football.
Sun Beltion football sounds amazing.
Yeah, we're going to watch some of that Arkansas State game in studio.
Can't wait.
Let's take a break. Get some people some traffic. They need that. And if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to give you my karma story.
Let's do it.
I think it's going to create a bit of an issue out there. We'll see.
I don't.
I like
Coming
it.
up next on Gwynn and Chris.
Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. you idiot. I tried. Typical tandem student right there.
I tried. I wrecked your good job, buddy.
Fun, huh?
You need help with anything?
Okay, I'm perfect. Stand up, stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low.
throughout the store on everything from your business for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples. Mr. Ello, your karma story, please.
Pressure's on. Nah, pressure's on now because I got to deliver. But I think it's a good one.
Yeah, don't let this be whack, man. This should be a good story now.
What do I dislike more than anything? Skraby.
You can't answer that question.
Well, I have a lot of things.
I was going to say this. Just
but one of the things that you guys know that I don't like is
rude people.
Yeah, definitely don't. But even more I dislike than that is excessive, unnecessary noise.
Oh, yes. Tony missed the whole thing about the car alarm and
car alarm's the stupidest product in the history of the world. That was that take.
He was like,
yeah.
Who still makes these things? And then someone sent us a video of the car alarm going off in their neighborhood in the morning.
And you know whose car alarm went off the other day? In the garage of my house?
Yours?
My wife's.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was going on?
She just triggered it somehow. She didn't even know what she did.
You guys remember the Viper car alarm? The one that commercial used to be the
snake. Oh, yeah.
You know, for a minute there, I thought that was the alarm.
You thought a snake would come out of the car?
Hologram snake was
circling. Yeah, that would definitely deter. That's actually would deter you. That would work. The noise that these cars make doesn't deter anybody.
I love the Dodge Viper.
All right, we're off the side.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so unnecessary noise. Lori and I went to a very casual fast food type dinner on Saturday evening in Mission Valley. The place is called Sweet Greens, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
You go in, you get a lettuce bowl and some rice and stuff that Lori likes to eat. And then, it's not very filling, but I go along with it. And then
because you're a good husband.
Because I'm a good guy and I pig out later when I get home. So we went outside to eat just out in front of the store there. And you got a picture. We were at a picnic table that is about as high as this desk, Tony. Okay. So it's one of those rectangular picnic tables with benches connected on either side.
Like an X holding up a table.
Right. But the table's here and we're at the benches. At the next picnic table over is 3 people and one, I'm going to say 4-year-old kid. And he is screaming at the top of his lungs, and they're not doing a thing. They think it's just part of the night.
That was the wrong effect. That was
so bad. Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't screaming touchdown.
No, that's my bad.
But he's running around, and he's over here, and he's over there, and he's up, and he's down, and he's over there, and the parents they're not even looking at him. He could have gone out into traffic for all they knew. That was going on for, I want to say, most of our meal. And Lori and I are looking at each other, and what are you going to do? I mean, you can go to the people and go, would you mind getting your kid under control? Or you just have to kind of wear this. Or maybe karma will lend a hand.
Karma stepping in on
with a 4-year-old. I know. I'm nervous.
He's 4 years old. He's running around uncontrollably.
Now, wait, can we give me uncontrollably?
Just
like,
running over.
So you guys are at a picnic area.
We're sitting at our picnic table. They're sitting at their picnic table.
And he's just
kind of running around the area.
Okay.
Not leaving the general area. Anyway, I'm sitting there, and unbelievably, he runs right past our picnic table, but he doesn't clear it.
Oh,
and the part sticking out cracks him right in the forehead, and he goes down like he was clotheslined.
Oh.
And I mean, you can ask Lori when you see her, but it was clotheslined. I mean, he hit that thing full force.
So he's coming around the corner.
It just bam.
And doesn't see the table.
Doesn't see the table, and it's sitting, and it's, the picnic table sitting out there, and it's right forehead high.
Now, this wasn't actually your leg or arm or something.
That's funny, Skraby. So the question is, karma struck, but should I have been happy about it? Or should I have been worried that this kid may have brain damage for life?
Well, they do say that.
So what do you say? I mean, what are you doing here, guys? What are you doing here? You're not. We certainly didn't applaud.
What was the reaction from you and Lori?
Nothing.
I
just looked at it. My thought in my head was, that's a shame, but that really had to hurt. It was a combination of the two.
No, that's not what. That's a shame, but that really had to hurt. It's not what went through your mind.
The parents finally noticed the kid, though. After he's lying there, they finally realized, and they came over, and he cried, bloody murder, as you would imagine. Let me tell
a couple of stories.
So,
to answer your question, I know that my wife and I would not have tolerated.
You wouldn't have. You would have said something.
No.
Oh.
My own children.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you would not allow that. Of course you would.
Oh, my parents would be like, get over here and be quiet.
No, of course you would. That's not even.
Had this been in 486?
Right. No, that's not even in question.
I was running around.
There's some wooden
First of all,
in your future.
Oh my God, a wood explode. I got there wouldn't have been a corner I was running into.
Right.
It would have been
the corner would have been the least of your concerns.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, I didn't know where you were going with this.
I didn't know either. Man, I want to be the bigger person and say that I
should have gone and leaned right over and helped immediately. The parents were quick enough there that it didn't look bad. I will say, if the parents didn't come over, I would have had to make sure the kid was like,
he hit it that hard, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he crushed it.
See, I don't know.
Okay,
as much as I think that
I could just hear my mom saying something along the lines of, "See, that's what you get. I told you to say."
See, that's fine.
That would be Alicia's comment for sure. And you know what? Why don't you lie there for a minute?
1,000%. 1,000%. That would be
I really, as much as I want to say this is great karma, I cannot wish a head injury on a 4-year-old. Even I have that limit, which is saying
I think the
something.
only reason I can honestly tell this story is because the kid did go back, sit with his parents or, the people, and seemed to be relatively okay when we left. But honestly, when he hit it, I thought there would be ambulances coming. So
I think the kid's probably fine.
I don't know.
But I don't know that I could be happy about a kid whacking their head at 4 years old.
Listen, there is the part of you that has been listening to the kid scream for the last.
Been screaming the whole time. Don't forget about that scream.
Running sprints by you.
If I was there, knowing how I am and how things bother me so much, I would be like, turn to someone and be like, he had it coming. Something like that.
You might have said that. I think Alicia, your mom's response is probably the most accurate one.
That's what my
See
mom
what I
said.
was telling you? This is what you don't. Why you stay under control?
I told you to sit.
I told you to sit down.
Yeah, my mom did the whole thing because when we were little, she had acrylic nails, and she would grab our arms and dig in the nails, and I would be the jerk. Like, why are you digging your nails into me?
You haven't changed one bit, dude. It's
I
an
know.
adult version of you.
I know. I'm scared if I ever have kids.
It's like loud too. Why are you putting your nails in me, Mom?
One time she said, because you're an ungrateful child.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. So be careful if your kid's running around uncontrollably.
Especially around Chris.
Yeah. I'm surprised Skraby didn't think, did you and Lori get up and like move the table over in his way?
Over?
Oh, I would have moved or something
Skraby
like that.
definitely would have kenned his way over to the table. And
I'm sorry? Kenned? Like a Karen?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd kenned your way over to the table like, excuse me, your
There's
son.
a kid yelling around out there. Can you please move us to another table?
They would have definitely done that. All right, let's get to break. The joking
Elisa says, I'm just glad it wasn't my kid.
the joking may come to an end because Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show up next.
Ben and Wood.
6 is the time. Gwynn and Chris. San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. Dodgers Brewers about 90 minutes away. Game 2 of the NL. American League takes a day off, with the Mariners heading back to Seattle, 2 games away from their first World Series appearance. Luka Doncic makes his 2025 debut. If you happen to be in a preseason NBA basketball fantasy league, you might want to make a note of that. I don't believe there is.
He's
such
a pretty
thing.
good player, if you didn't know.
Yeah, he's playing, and Marcus Smart will make his Laker debut in their preseason game tonight. Tony, that's a good pickup, I think.
I don't think he's going to start. I think he's going to be perfect off the bench.
All he has to do is put him on somebody.
Put that intensity defensively.
Who's ever hot, put him on that guy.
Yeah, assuming he can still move the same way. Yeah,
right,
I think
that's the thing. It was 2 or 3 years ago with Boston. I thought he was as good as there was defensively.
I agree.
All right. When it comes to the Fantabulous Sports Game Show, Skraby is far from as good as there was. He's going to try to reverse the course, though, today when he faces Tony Gwynn in our regular Tuesday challenge, which comes up after traffic here.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Okay, guys, apologies in advance if I don't mention your freeway. I got about 8 accidents I'm going to mention here. They're all in the greater part of San Diego. I'll talk North County next report. All right, southbound side of the 805 past the 5 split, crash blocking the fast lane. Also going to find on southbound 15, just past the 8 accident in the fast lane. Northbound 15 past Adams, got a vehicle facing the wrong way in one of the middle lanes. Then up ahead near the 8, got another crash in the fast lane. Also traveling on West 8 at Waring Road, about 4 vehicles involved in the crash there in the center divide. Eastbound King Freeway before the 15 accident in the center divide. Got a spin out northbound 5 before Grand Garnet. That's in the center divide. Further north on the 5 just before Genesee, crash in the center divide. Yeah, it seems to be all about the spin outs, guys. And I'm seeing most of the accidents happening in the fast lane. So kind of stay toward the middle on the freeway where there's liable to be less flooding. And please have those headlights on so you're more visible to other drivers. I'll talk about your North County commute next. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there, it's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
Thank you very much, Johnny Gilbert. Well done on the intro. Chris Ello here. The contestants are in place. Tony Gwynn Jr. versus Matt Skraby. I will give the category here shortly. There are 19 correct answers today. And those 19 correct answers, guys, are worth 28 points. That is because there is 9 2-point answers. And there are 10 1-point answers. So you will get the commiserate number of points based on what correct answer you give. You guys will exchange back and forth answering correctly. If you are right, you keep rolling along there. First person to 15 points wins. If you're wrong, you get a strike, 3 strikes, and you're out.
What was the category again?
I haven't given it to you yet.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure. I thought you had,
how
but I
funny
wasn't
is
sure.
Tony going to be when he's our age, Scrape, or my age? He's already forgetting stuff. All right. I'm going to give you the category.
Carl Sheffers.
Well, what'd you do
guys
the other
just
day?
had one the other day.
Yours was worse.
I did.
All right, here's the category.
Carl Sheffers.
We're combining sports and a little geography, I guess.
Ooh.
Category
See,
is...
I was good at school. I wasn't good at sports.
Category is 19 Division I football schools whose school name, not the nickname, but the school part of the name, is not named after the state they're in. And I will give you an example.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We're only using... Okay, first of all, we're only
My
using...
brain's about to break.
I know. All right, I knew I'd have to explain this one. We're going to use the 4 major conferences only. So you're looking at the Big 10, the SEC, the
Big 12.
ACC, and the Big 12.
Yeah.
All right. If the Mountain West Conference were in this, San Diego State would be a correct answer.
Because they're not using
Because they're not named after California. They're named after the city they're in. That would be 1 point.
Gotcha.
To get a 2-pointer, you're looking for a school whose name is neither the city or state. And my example here would be Air Force.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That would be a 2-pointer because Air Force is not named after the city or the state it's in. So you're looking for the 19 major Division I football programs whose name is not the same as the state they're in, or for a bonus point, also the city.
It can't have the name of the state at all.
No. If it has the city, it's a point. If it's the same, only has the city, it's 1. If it has neither, it's 2 points.
But it can't have the state at all.
UCLA, USC, not correct answers. University of Southern California, University of California at Los Angeles. Both have California in the title.
Gotcha.
Gonzo would like to know, no Sunbeltion here?
No Sunbeltion, because I would have put them in, but I don't think anybody can name any of the teams in there.
I couldn't.
No Sunbeltion.
All right, it's a little confusing, but I think it'll be fun once we get underway. You'll see what we're doing.
I'm going to let Tony go first this time.
Skraby's just going to change it up.
Let me get my pen out.
You want to go for Tony's going to go first. You want a school named after the city it's in, or named after neither the city nor the state it's in.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Wake Forest.
Perfect start, Tony. 2 points. Wake Forest is located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Is named neither after the city nor the state. That is 2 points for Mr. Gwynn. Perfectly played. All right.
Duke.
Skraby right there. Comes right back. Duke is in Durham, North Carolina. Duke is not the name of that. So there's 2 points for you, Scrape. Good job. All right, Tony. Guys are going all right so far.
Man, these conferences, these teams have moved around so much.
I know, but most of them that were majors are still majors. They're just in different leagues. That is a little part of it for sure. No, it's hard. I agree with you, Tony.
Okay, we'll just get one out the way.
You can take a 1-pointer.
We'll go Miami.
Miami Hurricanes. Yeah, that's a 1-pointer. Miami, University of Miami. In Miami, Florida. Tony 3, Skraby 2. All right, Skraby, you can take the lead here if you get a 2-pointer.
So we're doing Big 12, ACC, Big 10,
SEC.
Yes.
Those 4, the 4 major conferences. We got 3 down, 16 to go.
Ooh, that kills one of mine.
Yeah, you can't, you don't want, I don't know what you were thinking of, but Mountain West is really the.
I'll just name it.
Oh, you can just tell me what you're thinking of, and I'll tell you whether it would have been right or wrong. It doesn't have to be an actual
guess.
This
is not my guess.
All right.
St. John's is wrong, right?
St. John's
would Big East.
St. John's is not part of this, and they're not a Division I football team either.
Oh, we're talking football.
Yeah, Division I football.
Okay, it changes some things up.
We're talking football.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with Auburn.
Auburn is a 1-pointer. It's located in Auburn, Alabama. That ties it at 3. And we have 15 correct to go. Tony, back on the beam. You got 7 2-pointers left and 8 1-pointers left.
Vanderbilt.
Good one, Tony. 2 points. Vanderbilt Commodores, located in Nashville, Tennessee. That is correct. Tony takes a 5-3 lead with a 2-pointer there. Skraby, looking for one here.
I'm going to need a 1-pointer, but Louisville.
And where's that located?
Kentucky.
It's in Louisville.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Kentucky.
And please, people, believe that I'm saying it right. I went to
I
went to Louisville one time, called it Louisville, and I almost got beat up.
They will beat you down.
I almost got beat up.
They don't play around with that at all.
Louisville.
Louisville.
5-4. Tony's got the lead, and it's your turn, Tony. First of 15 wins. Looking for a Division I football school whose name is not that of the city or state they play in. Well, that's a 2-pointer. You can get both. You can get one, you can get just the city. If you're just tuned in, I know it's a little confusing on the category today. San Diego State, for instance, would be a 1-pointer because it's in California, but not named after California. What you got, Tony?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
Yeah, I'm not.
No? You know? Got plenty of time. The show goes till 6 o'clock, so I'm good with that. I know people out there are thinking of them. There's 13 left, so there's quite a few remaining here, but it is a little crazy. Is the school named after a city or not, Tony? Maybe you're not sure. Maybe you're not sure they're a major conference. That could be.
That's part of it. Is that trying to figure out where these conferences are?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
See, this is where.
We're gonna need an answer.
Skraby's getting impatient.
Is SMU in the ACC?
Yeah, it's a win. That's a 2-pointer, actually.
Southern Methodist.
Southern Methodist is in the ACC. They're located in Dallas, Texas.
That's really annoying.
Good job, Tony. 7-4. Tony up by 3. Plenty of time for you to get back in, Scrape.
What conference they're in?
They're probably in a major conference.
Is Louisville in the ACC?
Yeah. Louisville is in the ACC. That is correct.
What about Houston?
Houston. That's a winner. They're in the Big 12. Obviously only a 1-pointer.
Did not know they were the Big 12. I guess I did.
It's only a 1-pointer, but obviously with the name Houston, they're in Houston. All right, so you each have got 4 correct answers, but Tony with the 7 points to 5 lead here.
Oh, no, I don't like it.
Tony's opened up a new can of worms, potentially.
Give me old Dabo's team, the Clemson.
Clemson Tiger. It's a 1-pointer.
Yeah, it's in Clemson.
Clemson is a city in South Carolina.
Did not know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? You learn something new every day.
I was getting 2 there.
You thought you got 2. No, Clemson's in South Carolina. That does give you an 8-5 lead, though. There are still 3, 4, 5 2-pointers out there, Scrape. If you can come up with one, you can certainly close the gap.
I'm having a lot of trouble coming up with one.
1, 2, 3, 5 of each are left, actually.
5 of each.
5 that are named after the city they're in, and 5 that are not named after the city or the state.
Can you give us a breakdown in conference of
I'd be happy to if you guys both want to do it, but I think we should wait for Skraby's turn because you went first, Tony.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm trying to make it
fair enough.
Regard.
This stinks.
I know I'm like blowing something. I'm just like completely whiffing.
I'm writing them down myself just so I will be able to give this to you.
All right, I don't know a conference, but I'm gonna say Boston College.
Oh, you took it! I just thought of that one.
You got it. That's worth a point.
All right,
Boston
where are they
College.
in the ACC?
Yeah, they are. ACC, Boston College. That's a point. 8-6. All right, there are 5 left that are 2-pointers. 2 are in the Big 12, and 3 are in the Big 10. Those are your 2-pointers. For your 1-pointers. You have Big 12, ACC, ACC, ACC.
So 4 ACC.
No, 3 ACC, 1 Big 12.
Are 1-pointers.
Those are the 1-pointers. You got 9 total correct answers left. So you got Big 12, 2, Big 10, 3. Actually, Big 12, 3, Big 10, 3, ACC, 3. So there you go, 3, 3, and 3. You have no SEC left in this category.
No SEC left.
Correct.
Okay. How about, is it my turn?
Yep. Tony's got an 8-6 lead. You guys are it's
How
a little
about,
slow today, but I think it's still a fun game. I'm sure people out there trying to rack their brains a little bit, trying to get these.
I just think the movement of the conferences is messing me up.
It
totally is.
Northwestern, I believe, is in the Big 10.
That's a 2-pointer, Tony.
Oh,
Absolutely.
dang.
Northwestern Wildcats.
It cost.
Needed that.
Northwestern and Evanston, Illinois. No, Northwestern not named after anyone. All right, 3 Big 12, 3 ACC, 2 Big 10. Skraby running out of time, though. You're down 10-6.
I already got
strikes.
one.
Oh, good.
I'm surprised Tony never said this. Syracuse.
Syracuse.
The Orangemen.
The Orangemen in Syracuse, New York. 1 point.
1-pointer.
But it keeps you alive. 10-7. We have
Who was that
7
again?
left.
Syracuse.
Syracuse, yeah. So you have 3 in the Big 12 now, 2 in the Big 10, 2 in the ACC. Tony leads 10-7. How many of the 7 remaining ones have you thought of out there? Probably a lot of them, and some of you are going, ah! But it's hard when you're under the it's hard when you're under the glare of the lights.
Give it to me again. ACC has how many left?
2. 2 Big Ten, and 3 Big 12.
Have we said Stanford yet?
We have not. Would you like to guess that?
Oh,
Yes.
no. I
Stanford
forgot.
Cardinal. That's 1 point. It is located, believe it or not, in Stanford, California.
I thought it was Palo Alto.
Not anymore. It's actually called Stanford.
Oh.
So it is a 1-pointer, but it does keep you going, Tony. And they are stupidly in the ACC, as you all know.
As we've
discussed a few times, yes. All right, we have 1 ACC left, 2 Big Ten, and 3 Big 12. Skraby, 11-7, 15 wins.
Ooh.
You need a comeback here, Scrabe.
I just got one.
All right, 2-pointer?
Marquette.
Division I football.
Oh, football. I keep thinking of basketball. That's not my answer. Baylor.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's just going with Baylor. And he expects me to give him 2 points for that.
Baylor.
That's correct.
That's not my answer.
Baylor Bears in Waco, Texas. Makes it 11-9. Gets a little closer.
I'm about to put 2 back on the board.
Two
here.
more back on the board.
I
for
think
you.
it might be. It might be a
Could
city.
be a Fugazi,
I don't know. Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers is
Dang
2.
it.
Rutgers Scarlet Knights, Piscataway, New Jersey. Tony 13, Scraby 9.
I think I got one.
There's 2 2-pointers remaining.
They're all out of the Big 12, right?
1 Big 10, 1 Big 12 in the 2-pointers.
Oh, gosh.
In the 1-pointers, you have Big 12, you have the ACC, and I think that's it. There's only 4 left. Yeah, because there was 19 to begin with. You guys have named 15 of them.
All right.
4 left.
Coming
Scrape.
to the end of my
You're at the end of your rope. 13-9, 4 left. You need come up with all of them, actually, to win the game at 15-13, Scrape.
All right. I'm just going to probably
stay
take
alive?
an L here.
Okay.
Temple.
And
Temple Owls?
Temple's unfortunately not in one of the major conferences.
I thought they were.
They're in the American Conference. So that is a strike. Tough break.
I'm going to lose this game.
Tony for the win if you got another 2-pointer.
I don't. I got a 1-pointer.
You got a 1-pointer, though. It is
Cincinnati.
Yeah, come on, Scrabe, your hometown.
Can't believe Scraby didn't get that.
I know. He lived there. Cincinnati Bearcats in Cincinnati, Ohio.
You know, they weren't in whatever conference they're in now.
They're in the Big 12 now.
They were definitely not in the Big 12 when I was. They're in the Big 12?
They are.
Moving on up.
14-9.
Is that it?
No, he needs 1 more point. Come on, Scrabe. Keep it going.
I got nothing.
I got 1 more. 1 point.
Well, then you're going to win anyway.
Okay.
So just give it to me.
Brigham Young.
Brigham Young, 2 points.
What conference are they in?
They're also in the Big 12.
They just played Colorado not that long ago.
BYU and Provo, Utah wraps it up for Tony.
That was a good one.
Here are the 2 that were not named. You guys got them all but 2. One is the Pitt Panthers, Pittsburgh.
They're not. I had that.
Yes.
And the other one.
Did I not say that?
No, you did not. And the other one, the Purdue Boilermakers.
I should have known Purdue.
Indiana.
I should have known Purdue.
All right. Hopefully everybody had fun. It was a little slower than drawn out today, but you racked the brain just the same. We'll do some Chris versus the Fans next. Turn it up, man. Tony won. He wants to celebrate. Let's go.
Oh, stop talking.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello. Eric, how you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like him.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris, I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like him.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Into the 4 o'clock hour we go. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. Halfway through the show, got a little Chris versus the fans coming your way. 833-288-0973 if you would like to participate in Chris versus the fans. A couple things floating around in sports today. We mentioned AJ Preller spoke with the media earlier today. We played some of that for you. We'll play some of that a little bit later. The Dallas Mavericks have signed Jason Kidd to a multi-year extension.
Smart move.
Heading into the
I
season. He will not have a healthy Kyrie to start the season, but he will have a brand spanking new Cooper flag on
How
his
about
team.
Anthony
Is
Davis?
he
Ready? I thought he was going to be a game or two late.
He might be a little bit late.
He's always a game or two late, pretty much. Anthony, once he gets going, I still think Dallas is going to be, just as good as the Lakers.
I think they're going to be
good. I know
good.
that their GM took it, took it as hard as just about anybody could when he made that trade. But I don't know, man. If you give me Kyrie and then the NBA cheated and helped them get Cooper Flag. I mean, I understand that. We haven't even discussed because we haven't done the good, the bad, and the ugly yet. When are we doing that, Scrape? I don't know.
5:40.
5:40 at the end of the show. Yeah, because we delayed it yesterday. We didn't get a chance to talk about the Chiefs getting no penalties the other night. I want to hear Scraby's reaction.
He was crying like a baby.
Me?
Yes.
I think I brought it up in a break yesterday. First time. What did you just say? The 70 years or something?
It's only like one other time, and
yeah,
that's happened. Where teams made it through.
The Chiefs weren't very good, and now all of a sudden they don't get any penalties.
Not only that, they took a Lion touchdown away on a dubious call. Anyway,
oh no, that wasn't dubious. Are we talking about the Jared Goff thing?
Because Jared Goff, what did he do?
He was. I mean, I went and read this news story about it from Detroit.
He was not.
Apparently they were practicing it the same way, so it's never been a legal play because he never set himself after he went in motion.
Got it.
Got set.
So they put the play in with it being illegal the whole time.
Well,
it was a great play.
It was a great play because he caught it. He almost dropped that bad boy. It wouldn't have been that cool at that point.
Every referee meme with a Chief jersey existing is out there right now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. People don't like good. They don't like teams that are.
I like greatness.
I just wanted you to do it one more time. All right. Let's get to some Chris versus the fans.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. The prize. You will be qualified for a chance to win our grand prize, a trip for two to see Jerry Seinfeld in Las Vegas, including 2 tickets to the show on April 17th at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace, a 2-night stay at the Flamingo Hotel and Casino, and a $100 gas card. Jerry Seinfeld returns to the Coliseum at Caesars Palace on April 17th and 18th. See Ticketmaster.com for tickets. The rules: you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get the question wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and we will give you that first question for free today.
They're underway in the New Mexico State Liberty game.
Oh,
pretty
sweet.
Fired up.
Pretty fired up.
Sun Belchin is going.
Sun Belchin.
Yes.
Skraby, I just want to point this out now.
Yep.
Your middle questions, quite shabby. Just want to get
shabby.
He says.
They'll get a chance to hear him here in a sec.
Okay.
Give me your first contestant.
All right. Let's go to Scott in San Diego.
Hello, Scott in San Diego.
Alex
How are you, my
Trebek
friend?
stops Jeopardy to discuss the validity of the questions with the producers.
I'm just saying.
Scott, are you there?
Hi, Scott.
I am. Hey, guys. Hope all is good.
All is
good,
well,
Scott,
my friend.
thanks.
Here
Not
we
great.
go.
Not
Question
great.
number 1. What kind of mask does Jason Voorhees wear?
Who? Gotta know who Jason Voorhees is to get this one right.
Friday the 13th.
Friday
Oh, you
Jason.
gave it to him.
Hockey mask?
Yeah.
Hockey mask.
Did
is
you know
correct.
who Jason Voorhees was?
I did.
No, you did. I want to know if
Scott
knew. I don't think he did.
Did you know Scott?
That's where I was leaning towards, but I wasn't 100%.
He wasn't sure. Okay.
He didn't
Well,
know his.
on
He
you
didn't know
go.
his. He
That's
didn't know
okay.
his
We
government.
We get to one of these really good second questions.
know his
now.
government.
I watched the first Friday the 13th recently. Kevin Bacon's in it, number 1.
Okay.
It is not great.
Terrible.
It is not great. It is not great.
It certainly wasn't good enough to make 9 sequels for.
I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if there was like 5 more sequels
that
to
we don't know about.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. Should be a cakewalk here. Which team drafted Mookie Betts?
Shabby question number 2.
I believe that would be the Red Sox.
He's going Red Sox.
Correct.
He's got
Nice job. Very nice job on that hard question.
The question number
Mookie.
3.
I think you should ask the second.
What is
Tony.
Mookie?
I think I am.
Does Mookie have a first real, or is he Mookie?
No,
I never.
what is his real name?
Because we learned that the one guy was Jared.
It's Marcus
Schumacher.
Lynn.
Marcus. Yeah, that's
Marcus.
right. Marcus.
Marcus.
Lynn. His fans were, if I'm not mistaken, big fans of Mookie Blaylock.
Mookie Blaylock, the old basketball player. Yeah, that's right. That's what it is.
Question number 2. Here, question number 3.
For the game.
In meters, what is the longest indoor Olympic swimming event?
10,000 meters?
10,000 meters.
It's a long swim. Stay there, Scott.
Real long
Stay
swim.
there. Chris has the look on his face like he may know it, but I'm not sure if he knows
quite
it.
Sure. They do have a long one. It's like 30 laps. It takes way too long. I don't know. I used to know. 1,600. That's not long enough. I'm gonna say 5K. I don't know. Darn it.
5,000 meters.
Yeah, I'm upset.
Wow.
It's a win for you, Scott.
Nice work, Scott.
What is
Stay
it?
there.
The 1,500 meter freestyle.
Yep.
Is the
1,500, huh? Okay.
longest indoor.
Yeah, that's 30 laps. Can
Okay,
you
30
imagine?
laps. Yeah,
I was
swimming
thinking
10,000
1,600.
meters? Not making fun of you, Scott, but that is a long
Well,
swimming
1,500,
race.
yeah, that's
Scott, I
awesome.
know nothing about swimming, but when you said 10,000, I just knew that was way too much.
Hey, Scott's the winner, though,
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
We don't get
Good
to hear
job,
any more
Scott.
of the shabby second questions,
Oh,
unfortunately.
they are quite shabby.
You can wear them out if you want.
I'm kind of glad
He
that
wants me to wear them out, so I can't give him,
Nah,
you know what.
I'm kind of
next
glad
time
that we
do it.
ended early on the Chris vs. the Fans today because I've been waiting for this one.
You got more
all right,
Anderson
let's go.
Cooper to talk about?
I don't. And I don't have any more karma stories.
Stay there, Scott.
But I got a relationship story,
Oh.
and I want to see where everybody comes down on how you would react to this.
Uh-oh.
And I know what Tony's answer is going to be, and I know what I did. But I'm curious if everybody else would do the same. We have some patio furniture sits outside the sliding door there. It's just some cushions, about 10 cushions and chair coverings. We have an umbrella.
Sounds like a very nice backyard.
It's all right. You know,
It's
not any big
all
deal. You've
right.
seen it before. It's not very big. Anyway, it's got the stuff out there. Every time it rains, though, every single time it rains, we have to bring the cushions in and then take down the umbrella and undo pretty much everything. And that was the case again today. I was upstairs. I was working on some stuff for the show. I think I was working on the Fantabulous game show. Lori was downstairs right next to the screen door when the rain started to fall.
Panic set in.
Chris, can you come out and help me get the stuff out of the patio? Help me was the word. There was the phrase.
Right.
She went back and sat down and did her thing while I moved every cushion in, going back and forth in and out of the rain to do this. My question is, am I just giving in too easy? Should I stand up and say, hey, wait a minute?
Whoa.
Because here's my thing. My first notion here is I don't even think the stuff needs to be brought in the first place.
It's outdoor furniture.
It's outdoor furniture. This is what it's there
It
for, to
rains
be
like
outdoors.
once every 3 months here.
So I'm against the premise, let alone the idea that I'm the one that ends up doing it. But each time it rains, I put it out, and I guarantee in a couple days when the sun's out, I'll be trampsing back out there to put it back.
Trampsing, he says.
She'll go, can you help me put the stuff back out?
Well, the question I think I would ask you, my friend,
yes.
How much do you want to have peace?
Yeah, right. That's the answer.
I think that's the answer.
I think
you can certainly stand up for yourself.
You could.
It would be.
I have a good leg to stand on.
Absolutely.
It's a 2-person thing. She thinks it needs to come in.
She presented it as much as a 2-person thing.
I don't think it needs to come in because it's outdoor furniture.
You're already working from behind the 8 ball because you don't think it should come in the first place.
Right.
But
it's water. It's going to hit the cushion, and then they're going to dry, and then they're going to be back in business. But I have to take him in.
I can tell you on the chat.
Skraby, give me a little quick. Well, I'm going to give it we got a break. So everybody answer this for a minute. Go through it. I want to hear what Skraby would do if he were put himself in a relationship position and he were me.
Right. I think this is a great exercise.
But I'm curious to hear what Skraby would do because I know he is loath to do things that he does not want to do.
100%.
Here's a quick preview of the chat.
Give me a preview.
Jess says, Chris, for the sake of your marriage, stop talking.
Yeah, I know. Well, look, Forrest, thank you. He's right. But she knows that I do this stuff on the air for the sake of bringing it up, and she's okay. But thank you for mentioning that. We'll check some traffic.
Yeah. Let's check
sorry. And then,
the break we go.
Daily life can be scary.
I mean, I think first you can have that belief when you put the kind of work in that you do that your body's going to heal right and just trusting it. You talked about being an extension of the coaching staff. I would guess that's going to be even more so this year with you not being able to actually do the physical part.
Yeah.
Is there something that you've tried to do this offseason to kind of get you into that mode in terms of being that extension? Because the reality is, although your arm might be useless in 25 this year, your mind's not going to be. And there's still a lot of guys, especially the ones who may be vying for your spot in the rotation, that could lean on you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's my job to help prepare these guys the best I can. And like guys like Waldron, guys like Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, those are guys that are, have really good stuff and are not far away from, being, middle of the rotation to top half, starting pitchers.
Yeah.
So trying to share some things. And that's something we talk about all the time in the clubhouse is like, you bring something to the table on the field, every day. That's kind of what brings you here and gets you to this level. But, days that you're not playing as a starting pitcher, that's, a majority of our days. You pitch once every 5 days. So making sure you bring something to the table is, something we always talk about. So even though, like you said, I'm not going to be physically on the field pitching, I got to find a way to contribute. And a lot of that's just been, better communication with the staff. And I'm really excited this year to be able to sit in more of the coaches' meetings and see how they game plan and how they, come about their approach to certain teams. And I feel like when I come back in 26, I'm going to have a whole plethora of knowledge and things that I hadn't experienced before to add into my game. So.
I just have to say this. I played with a lot of guys, and not all of them are going to take as serious as Joe is taking this part serious, which is getting into those coaches' meetings. Coaches are here a lot earlier than the players, especially during spring training. So the fact that he's going to be willing to do that, I think that's awesome, man. That's what separates you from a lot of these other guys out there.
We're talking to Joe Musgrove here, Padres pitcher, 97.3 The Fan. And I have to ask from the fan perspective, because Tony every day on the show, whenever a team in the National League West signs a new big-name player, all of us fans are kind of like, why? And Tony says it doesn't matter. They still have to go out and play the games. When you see that happen, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different perspective as a player. Our job is, our goal doesn't change regardless of whether we add, and that stuff's, out of our control. So you never want to sit here going into an offseason saying, we're going to be fired up if we get this guy and this guy, and not if we don't get this guy. So you look at our team, and a lot of people see all the moves being made and don't see us making moves, and it seems like a mismatch in the division. All these other teams are adding, but you look at our roster, I mean, we spent a lot of money over the last handful of years and committed a lot of guys to be here long term, and the value in having those guys return every year and continue to build that relationship and that growth is every bit as valuable as adding a new free agent. So I think with the progress we made last year and you guys will never understand how we feel. I'm sure you can see a little bit of it on the field and how we carry ourselves and, the camaraderie and stuff, but you'll never truly understand just how close that group got last year. And although we didn't, achieve the ultimate goal of winning the World Series, we grew a ton as a team. We grew a ton as, a unit. And I'm super excited that we got most of these guys coming back. We got the whole staff coming back, and we can kind of pick up where we left off.
Well, last one for me, because you kind of just hit on it, and I think it's so important. The continuity, right? This is, year maybe 3, 4 of this nucleus being together. How much of an impact can that have on a team, having guys who have been in the locker room together for so long?
Yeah, a ton. And, Shilt's big thing is shared experiences. We got guys from all over the league, some guys that are new and have experienced things that most rookies don't, and some guys that have been around 10-plus years that have, been in championship locker rooms and been around the best of the best. So sharing those experiences with each other and helping each other grow along the way, not just, providing, assistance and, coaching, but like sharing experiences and helping guys grow a little bit through, what you've been through is a big thing for us.
Joe Musgrove, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good one we got here, man. Joe, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks so much, Joe.
Pleasure, man.
Quick healings, and enjoy the rest of your day,
sir.
man.
You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I think first you can have that belief when you put the kind of work in that you do, that your body's going to heal right, and just trusting it. You talked about being an extension of the coaching staff. I would guess that that's going to be even more so this year with you not being able to actually do the physical part.
Yeah.
Is there something that you've tried to do this offseason to kind of get you into that mode in terms of being that extension? Because the reality is, although your arm might be useless in 25 this year, your mind's not going to be. And there's still a lot of guys, especially the ones who may be vying for your spot in the rotation, that could lean on you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's my job to help prepare these guys the best I can. And like guys like Waldron, guys like Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, those are guys that are, have really good stuff and are not far away from, being, middle of the rotation to top half, starting pitchers.
Yeah.
So trying to share some things. That's something we talk about all the time in the clubhouse is like, you bring something to the table on the field, every day. That's kind of what brings you here and gets you to this level. But, days that you're not playing as a starting pitcher, that's, a majority of our days. You pitch once every 5 days. So making sure you bring something to the table is, something we always talk about. So even though, like you said, I'm not going to be physically on the field pitching, I got to find a way to contribute. And a lot of that's just been, better communication with the staff. And I'm really excited this year to be able to sit in more of the coaches' meetings.
Football talk on 97.3 The Fan. When we talk football, that's what we call football talk. When we do it, it's presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. ParamountPlus.com/NFL gets you started. No. I know what question you're all asking. No, she did not call during the break to wear me out for talking about this story. If you're just tuned in, the question at hand
for Skraby.
It's not an advice. Somebody said, why you want advice? I don't need the advice. I'm curious.
Your situation is already done.
I already did what I did, and I always do what I do. I always end up bringing the furniture in, even though I grumble about it every time. So the question to you, Scrabe, would you be able to do the same?
Well, first, I would like to point everybody into the direction of our new YouTube while we have the opportunity to do that. At Gwynn Chris SD. We also have a Twitter and an Instagram, Gwynn and Chris, and it's AND and not the and symbol. You can't use that. But thanks to everybody who subscribed to the YouTube so far.
Yeah, shout out.
I have stalled long enough.
Yes, you have.
I think
you'd have trouble, huh?
I would have trouble because what is the point? Like you guys said earlier, it's outdoor furniture. It's meant to get rained on.
Yeah.
It's meant to be outdoors.
I think in a court of law, I win, but it doesn't really matter in a court of law in a marriage / relationship.
There is no court of law.
There is no court of law. There's her law, and that's it.
See, I would have a massive problem with this because it seems like it's Lori's
concerned that this stuff is outside.
That's right. So
it's
you
also
think
his
she
concern.
should be the one to bring it
It's
in?
also automatically his concern.
I think
do.
what he's saying is that since it's her concern, let her bring it in.
Yes. If it's not like
I know that's what he's saying. I know that's what he's saying. And I know as a result of what he's saying, why he is single.
Well, is he?
Well, you know.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, are you going to be able to keep, having these type of takes very much longer?
I don't know, but we'll find out on Thursday. We'll find out on Thursday. We'll talk about something on Thursday. But I would put my foot down and I would be like, you want it inside? You bring it inside.
Yeah. And you would be outside then in the doghouse.
Probably, but
you wouldn't mind. You'd be happy that you stood up for your beliefs.
That's bull junk.
Yeah.
Tony doesn't believe me.
That's bull junk.
This is also, I mean, Lori is very clean. She likes to have stuff neat and tidy. So do you. Is it true that you have to clean the grill after each use?
Have to clean it? Well, no. I mean,
He
just
seems like
scrub
that
off the grill. That's what I would do anyway.
Seems like his OCD thing.
Yeah, I would do that anyway. But no, I mean, like clean every nook and cranny of it. No, but scrub off the grill just to get the stuff off there.
Yeah, no,
So,
I
yes.
think, no, your take is hilarious.
Why is my take hilarious?
And because you just be
okay. So tell me how this
you
works,
would
guys.
you would just be like irritated the whole time that you were still pulling that stuff in, even though you didn't want to.
Let me ask this. I'm gonna flip it a little bit. Chris has some golf clubs and a bag full of bats and softball stuff outside, and he needs help bringing it in. Can't you be like, hey, Lori, I need some help bringing in the softball and golf stuff?
Sure.
And what if she says no?
She says no. She wouldn't say no.
Yeah, I about to say my wife didn't say no either.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know, but
that's not really the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is to determine what we would all do when we believe something, but our significant other believes something else. Who wins? Somebody has to win. There has to be a winner here. It either has to get done or it's not going to get done.
Right.
My feeling is you do it and then you grumble, but it's over. Because if you don't do it, it's going to be over.
It's not over.
Or everything's going to be over if you do that enough.
Yeah. No.
People don't want to make sacrifices and then they wonder why they're in a divorce court at some point.
Or single.
You kind of have to make sacrifices, and I think it goes for both sides.
For sure.
Cole says, Skraby, I was you until I met my wife who's OCD about anything decorative, but I'm here to support because if not, I don't get fed or something else.
Well, that's people's fault who can't make dinner on their own. I don't have to risk dinner when I have an argument.
Oh, here's a tough guy on the chat. William.
Oh yeah. He's putting his woman in her place.
No. He's putting us in our place.
All right.
Be real men and shut your mouth and make your wife happy. Such a little task to be crying about. It's the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
It's the principle of bringing outdoor furniture indoor.
I don't disagree, but yes, it is kind of like it's outdoor furniture. It should just stay outdoor.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
rain,
dust.
sunshine.
I would even
know if it happened here.
I would even be willing if it just happened once a year. But the fact that in a day or two, I'm going to probably take it back out, and then it'll rain again, and I'll bring it back in.
That's the thing.
That is enough to drive a guy bananas.
We're getting to the fall actual weather of things, and it's damp. So that's going to be like an everyday thing. You leave it out overnight.
My vote right now is that it's in. It's staying in. That's it. It's now in. If you want to go sit down, you grab a cushion and take it out with you.
But solo cushion.
It's staying in.
Taylor says just buy a cover for the cushions and easy money. Just
we have covers, and I put covers on tables which don't come in. But the tables is another thing with the covers, because the only time you ever really put the covers on is once it starts pouring, which means you have to stand in the rain to do it.
Trevor has a great
Nobody
question.
ever thinks about it when it's not raining.
Right.
Can you fix your camera, please?
Especially in San Diego.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't think of it. You don't go, it might rain tomorrow. Let me put the cover on while it's nice and sunny out.
Trevor has a great question. Does she make you bring it in when it's cloudless and you don't know if it's going to rain, or has rain started falling?
No, it's the same thing as the covers. It's because rain starts, then we think about, we got to bring it in.
Okay, so
It's
there's
kinda
at
like-
least like actual, because I know how much you hate when people claim that there's going to be rain and then no rain happens.
It's kind of like fixing your windshield wipers, right? When they don't work. You only notice it when it's raining. And then you go, I'm getting some new wipers next time. Well, and then it stops raining and you don't think about it. Then it rains again and you're like, didn't fix those.
Paul Reindel's wife, Megan, is on the chat. Thank you for
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Stopping in, Megan. She said, what color is the furniture?
Oh, beige.
Well, beige does
Get
change
outta
colors
here.
in the rain.
Listen,
Oh, please.
this is a
Megan, thank you, though, for adding fuel to the fire.
the spat of outdoor furniture is one that I've had.
You've had this
I've had
one.
this
You've
one before.
had this.
But our furniture isn't really movable, right? It's like a long couch. I guess I could take the cushions off, but it's not light. And so, it after a while it takes a beating. And it's just, and then my wife sees it and she doesn't like the way it's looking. I was like, it's kind of outdoor furniture. It's gonna
I was going to say,
it's
does
gonna
it
take
look
us-
horrible now?
I don't
or
think
does it dry
does.
out?
It looks like it's drying out a little
dries
bit.
out.
So
You know,
I don't know.
you know, that was really funny.
Just saying.
All right, well,
it's
Tony can hire movers every time he needs to move the stuff.
All
inside.
right,
Have
there
you
we
met my wife?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, no, he doesn't need to hire a
There's no
mover.
hiring anybody.
You know what he does now? As after it rains, he orders a helicopter to come in and whip
Coach
over
Dietz,
the
Coach Dietz
backyard
style.
and dry everything out like Coach Dietz used to do.
That would be sweet.
I wish I had that kind of food.
That would be sweet. By the way, Megan says, long-time listener, first-time troublemaker.
Thank you.
You'll
Thank
fit
you.
right in, Megan.
All right.
Megan and Paul moved into my neighborhood, so they can come check it out. Check out
Sure, they love that they
the outdoor furniture that
They
you
can
got.
see what we're talking about if they want to. All right, more Gwynn and Chris is coming up. We might get back into some sports talk. I think the Big Five is around the corner.
You know what's interesting is we do a sports talk radio show from 2 to 6, but consistently it's subjects like the last segment that get a lot of response.
And people will be talking about for
Right.
a while. Yeah.
Scraby, you had a couple you wanted to share. Is that what you said?
Couple what?
Messages you wanted to share from listeners?
Oh, no.
No, he doesn't want to share them.
Oh, sorry.
He got messages. He doesn't want to share them.
Got you.
Yeah,
My
I
fault.
mean, people, I can be happy too. Like, jeez.
I wasn't talking about that message. You said somebody sent something about.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tony. Thank you.
I know I'm not crazy.
No, you're definitely not. And I wanted to shout out Deborah. She listens to our show all the time. And this is kind of a serious tweet, but I think after what we just talked about, this is good to remember. But Deborah said, as a new widow, hear me speaking from a broken heart. Marriage is not 50-50, i.e. keeping score. It's each spouse giving 100% to the other and making them happy to be married to you. So it's good advice.
That is
from
a fact.
Deborah.
Just so I think obviously Deborah is expressing a serious point of view of it.
Yeah.
Chris and I are joking most of the time.
Mostly, but
Most
I
of the
don't.
time.
I don't always, and I'm glad to hear Deborah say that. But I don't do a good job something on the 50-50 thing. When I feel I'm winning the chores 80-20, I start feeling some type of way.
Yeah, I think that
Always
is
do.
I think that is a natural thing that I think we all try to work through. Ultimately, I think.
Yeah, I'm learning all this. I mean, I've been pretty much basically single for the last 8 years. So I've been living on my own rules for a very, very long time.
That's
It'd be hard to teach a new dog old tricks, as they say.
You're gonna have to
Or they
try to
kinda say.
figure that out there at some point.
You know, I went on a date one time and they were telling me about all the things that they like to do on the weekends, which was like go to farmers markets and
shop
and and not watch football.
That was the end of that.
And I was like, oh, you know, I don't think I'm ready to date. Okay? I don't think I'm ready to date. I need to get
Yeah,
out of
you're gonna
this.
have to work yourself out of that whole single way of thinking at some point. If you don't want to be alone for the rest of your life,
let me be alone for the rest of my
That's
life.
right. Ain't nothing's wrong with that. Do we have traffic?
No, let's kill a little bit of time.
Chicago Bears wide receiver DJ Moore got hit last night. Was it in the first quarter? Because
It was early. It was early.
Did
it was
he
like
leave
first
the
or second.
game?
He came
played
off
some
for
back.
a couple plays.
Okay.
And then I saw him come back. And then I kind of was, I had, by the way, multicast on YouTube. Good invention, especially when you're trying to lock in on multiple games at the same time. So
YouTube has a thing you can watch them all.
I had all 4 of the games up at one point. It had the Rangers, the Mariners.
That's too much for my mind to grasp.
Now it's not easy to follow. I mean,
Yeah.
you can move the sound around to see which one is
Right.
in action. But so he came out for a couple plays. I saw him come back. He might have missed more time, but I was not fully engaged in that game.
Yeah. The bottom line is he spent the night in the hospital in Washington, D.C., did not come home with the team. His coach, Ben Johnson, said he was evaluated for a groin injury, which seems a little, I don't know. I'm not saying he's lying, but a hospital for a groin injury sounds pretty serious. Johnson then, and I think Johnson needs to learn, but he said he wouldn't provide any more details, but then added, quote, there's a little bit more of a personal story there.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, but I mean, you're just like, you didn't even to say that because now we really want to know.
I mean, it sounds like my man got hit in the family area.
Oh,
I mean, what else more personal could be? I mean,
I thought they were in like a TikTok beef or something.
What?
Juju Smith-Schuster's speaking on TikTok. Are we talking about Brian Branch?
No,
we're not.
Oh, okay.
My man is over
If
here
you
just
would-
completely.
I don't know where you
different.
go when you're sitting right there during the middle of the show.
I was
but-
preparing the Big Five. I was preparing
Are
the
we
Big
talking
Five.
about Brian Branch?
Not yet.
You know, we haven't got there yet.
You know, right? About Brian Branch?
Yes, the whole
thing.
after.
We're aware.
Yeah.
Well, when he punched Juju in the face after the game on Sunday night,
Yeah,
he got suspended for a game.
I know. Thanks, Greg.
we were going to get to this.
All right, we're going to talk about it here.
Do you know
after
who
we
Carl
finish-
Sheffers is?
Yes, but I'm going to steal the story in the Big Five, which is after.
Oh
traffic.
man. Tyler Skaggs. I don't know if you guys remember.
Stop stealing my stories.
Is that another one too?
Yes, we can go to the Big Five.
Can we talk about Aaron Rodgers and Flacco? Is that on there?
Later.
As
You gotta get to the Big Five.
You said you wanted me to kill some time. Now
so we can get traffic, and now we have traffic.
All right, traffic.
Why? Chris is staring.
I said bring the stuff in. It's
through
getting
me.
wet outside. It could.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Robert Half. Guys, if I mention every accident on our freeways this afternoon, it's going to wind up being a 15-minute report. Then I get a call from Gwynn or Chris or Adam saying, cut it out. So I'm only going to talk about a few crashes here. I will say there's a lot of flooding, especially in fast lane and slow lane. So do yourself a huge favor. Stay toward the middle of the freeway if you are still out there driving in this mess. South 805 before the 8 got a collision in the center divide. Further south on the 805 past 8th Street, left lane's flooded and looks like there might be a crash same spot. Now, northbound side of the 805 past 43rd, a box truck hit the center divide, spun out, wound up over the right shoulder, but left its bumper in that left lane. And further up, just past Balboa, 3 or 4 vehicles involved in a crash. That's got the left lane blocked. Yeah, just continue to take it extra carefully out there, guys. Have those headlights on so you're more visible to other drivers. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why the recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
The Big Five is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Let's get into it.
Number 5.
And we're going to start with former friend of the show, Eric Hosmer. And I say former because he's no longer with the San Diego Padres and he has not come on the show since.
So he's no longer a friend.
No longer a friend of the show.
I can't believe you're just, giving up on the guy. What if he would like to continue the friendship?
Well, then he can meet us halfway.
No, you just said it's over.
He can meet us halfway. Anyway,
go ahead.
97.3 The Fan SD on Twitter tweeted out some videos from AJ Preller's press conference earlier today. And Eric Hosmer quote tweeted one of them. The prompt for the 97.3 tweet was AJ Preller was asked how the organization can maintain the momentum it's built over the past few years with a new manager. We don't want to play the whole thing because it's a long explanation.
It was a video of AJ answering that question.
Correct. Eric Hosmer quote tweeted instead, stability and ability. 5 managers and 30-plus coaches later, and you guys still keep taking this bait. What about accountability? And I do appreciate the fishing rod with a fish on the end of the line, which means taking baits. Tony, what's he talking about here? I mean, is there accountability to be had with 5 managers and 30-plus coaches later?
What is he talking about? Is that the question?
The question is, yeah, that's the question.
I think he's talking about AJ.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know he's talking about AJ, but what part of AJ is he talking about?
The GM part. What do you mean? What part of is there some validity to what he's saying? Is that what you're trying to ask me?
Thank you. I'm all flustered.
I guess there could be. It's not often that in a vacuum, yes, it could be.
Okay.
They've had what? 2 managers that have gotten them to postseason. I guess if you're counting the 2020 season as well, right? 3 managers.
3 of their last 4 managers have gotten them to the postseason, despite people's complaints about some of them.
In each of the following years, with the exception of Mike Shildt, they missed the playoffs. So Tingler made it in 20, missed in 21. Bo Mel made it in 22, missed in 23. Mike Shildt,
Back to
24,
back.
25. I don't know, man. I think the only one that I think the Jace Tingler one obviously falls squarely on him, I would think. That was the one that was between him and Ron Washington, I believe it was, were the final two contestants. Or not contestants. Two
Candidates. Come on down.
Bo Mel, by all accounts, was a good hire until first year they get to an NLCS, and then the next year it falters. I don't know. I think in a vacuum, yes, Haas has a point, but I think when you have pull yourself back and you look at, having to drop the payroll from whatever it was, and
there's many other factors.
There's a lot of other factors in there. I think typically, though, to his point, you don't get that many bites at the apple.
You do not. Chris, is there any validity to this comment from Eric Hosmer?
They don't have the right coaches?
No, they don't have. AJ Preller is not being held accountable for his 5+ managers and 30+ coaches.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah,
to.
I'm not. I guess we got to hold everybody accountable when they don't win the championship. So I think to that extent, he's probably being held accountable. I'm pretty sure he's accountable to himself on that, but I don't know.
I guess what is
to me? There is a middle ground between winning the championship and not being accountable because you're not good.
I agree.
I think AJ's in there.
Because
sorry, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I know we all want to win it all, and if you don't win it all, then you have not won it all. I mean, you can't do it. But everybody's that way until they win it. Dave Roberts couldn't do it. Then 2020, then he did it. Now he's like, he can do,
right?
Changes.
All right. I don't know why Eric Hosmer's so mad. I mean, they paid him for
I
doing
don't know that
nothing
he's
for
mad. I
years.
think that's his take. He is in the media now.
Sure, yeah.
And he is telling you with the lure and the bait and the fishing lure, he's out there.
He's fishing. He's literally telling it to our
Take the
face.
bait.
Number 4.
All right, this is a serious one. A lawyer for Tyler Skaggs' family argues the Los Angeles Angels are responsible for the pitcher's drug overdose death, alleging the team ignored its own drug policies and allowed an addicted, drug-dealing employee access to players. The Angels' attorney claims the team was unaware of Skaggs' drug use. These statements were made during opening arguments in a wrongful death lawsuit. The family contends the team is culpable because its communication director, Eric Kay, was convicted of providing the fentanyl-laced pill that caused Skaggs' fatal overdose in 2019. The plaintiff's attorney stated the Angels knew Kay was addicted to opioids, high at work, and supplied drugs to at least 6 players, including Skaggs. The attorney claims the Angels consistently failed to enforce drug policies for Kay, even sending him on a team trip post-rehab while strictly applying rules to lower-level employees. The lawyer for the family, they buried their heads in the sand over and over and over again, and as a result, Tyler Skaggs is dead. Chris, do you think the Angels are responsible for Tyler Skaggs' death?
At the risk of sounding like I don't care, and I do, because a life was lost here. But at the risk of sounding, uncaring, where in the part of the story did it say that Kay shoved the drugs down Skaggs' throat? I didn't hear that part.
It wasn't in the story.
I understand that the law can put a bartender in jail for giving somebody too many drinks and they drive and something happens. But I wish people had to take more responsibility for themselves. Skaggs took the stuff. The Angels should not have had this guy around. I don't give them complete scot-free, but I can't blame his death solely on the Angels. No.
Tony, are the Angels responsible for his death?
This is like a yes and no, right? I mean, as Chris said, you got a guy there supplying the fentanyl-laced drug that ultimately took his life, but there is some self-accountability. Unfortunately, the decision that Tyler made ultimately cost him the opportunity to continue to make those decisions. So I don't know, man. I kind of leaning towards where Chris is in terms of it can't be solely on them, but that's not how they're going to rule in this case. And maybe they do come to some middle ground, but the Angels are certainly a part of it.
Yeah,
they're definitely a part of it.
There does seem to be some precedence for the Angels having to be, take responsibility.
And the reason they're a part of it is because they allowed this guy to do this, not just with Tyler Skaggs, but with other players.
Multiple guys.
And if he was actually high at work on opioids, they had to have known about it at some point, and they could have fired him right then and there, or at least sent him away. But I know that if I couldn't find my alcohol or whatever it was when I was a drinker and just a substance abuser, I would go find it somewhere else.
Right.
So it's not on one person. If one drug dealer didn't have it, I was going to call up another drug dealer and see if they had it. So I do think you guys are both right. I mean, and the Angels are a little bit, they do share some of the responsibility, but this is a very sad story, and it's been going on for years now because he did pass away in 2019. So, all right, let's get back to
number 3
sports. The Cowboys acquired receiver George Pickens from the Steelers for a 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round pick. Also receiving, if I can speak, a 2027 sixth-round pick.
Are you okay?
Yes. Dallas now holds Pickens' final rookie year contract at $3.656 million. A pretty good value given his recent performance, which is 6 touchdowns in 5 games, including 9 catches for 168 yards and a touchdown in Sunday's loss to the Panthers. He's had 2 100-yard games while CeeDee Lamb has been out with an ankle sprain. Tony, do the Cowboys need to keep George Pickens long-term?
Whether they need to or not, it won't matter. Only what Jerry Jones wants ultimately will be how this thing rolls. Jerry may decide that he doesn't want to pay him right away. He may end up pushing this down the, kicking the can down the yard a little bit. And this price tag goes up because it seems like George Pickens is going to keep getting better, especially the way Dak is playing. I don't know if they don't need him. They need defense. So the answer to your question is, I don't know that they need to sign him. Okay. They certainly need to sign some defenders immediately.
Yes. Well, they had one, but they traded him.
They needed more than just him.
Yeah, that's right. Chris, do the Cowboys need to sign George Pickens long-term or keep him long-term?
If signing him will help them win, then they probably will let him go. I just have no faith in Jerry any longer. I think on the surface, yeah. But receivers, I will, let's just say this, because I've heard this many times, and I've not really gone through it all personally from every scene. But they always say receivers don't win Super Bowls. I don't know exactly what that means. Cooper Kupp was pretty good the year the Rams won the Super Bowl. But, do you need 2 great ones? Some teams have 2 great ones. It doesn't really get them anywhere. So, they got Lamb. But Pickens has been really good in his absence. So
been great.
I don't know that Jerry can fork over that much.
Jerry is going to drag his feet on this one, too.
Yeah, he'll mess it up. Let's just be honest. Pickens probably knows that already.
He probably does.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Here we are with Brian Branch, if you guys wanted to know about him.
This one. Okay.
The NFL has suspended Lions Pro Bowl defensive back Brian Branch for 1 game without pay for punching Chiefs wideout Juju Smith-Schuster after Sunday's loss. Branch is going to miss the upcoming Monday Night Football game against the Bucs and lose $76,624. He plans to appeal the suspension. He said it was building frustration with Smith-Schuster during Sunday night's game. Quote, Branch said, "I did a real childish thing. I'm tired of people doing stuff in between plays and the refs don't catch it. They be trying to bully me out there. I shouldn't have did it. It was childish," end quote. Chris, is 1 game enough?
Too much. If you look at the entire incident, Juju Smith-Schuster gave him a really cheap shot right in his back after a play was over late in that game. And they have film of it. I've seen it, or I wouldn't be talking about it. I mean, Branch is standing there. The play's over. Schuster just two-hand. Like if he had a hockey stick, it would have just been like one of those. Cross-check. Branch goes flying down. No flag. No nothing. Everything carries on. I'm not saying Branch was right. Two wrongs don't make a right. But I think the NFL needs to look into the whole thing here. I'll be honest with you. Because I can understand why Branch is so mad. You look at this cheap shot, I think you might agree.
All right, Tony, is one game enough?
Yeah, one game's enough. At this point, they all should know it's not the first action that gets caught.
That's right, Tony.
It's the
You're right.
second action every time. So
Yeah.
just know, if whatever you feel like you were unjustly done to, it's not going to be seen. Only yours is.
Yeah, well, it's certainly not going to be done if a Chief player does it to you, right, Skraby?
That's true.
Show. We call our listeners tier.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Happy hour time. Is it me or you?
No, this is hi. You said how?
Oh,
hi,
thank
how
you.
Are you?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty well, thank you. No worse for the wear after lugging all those cushions back into the house earlier today. We are in the happy hour. I just talked to my wife on the phone, and pretty sure she wasn't listening. Doesn't mean she won't hear about it.
Oh, she's definitely gonna hear about it.
Yeah, she tends to hear about those. So
Why don't her friends not tell her?
why don't they not tell her?
Yeah.
They can't help themselves.
Okay.
They can't help themselves.
Just like you wouldn't be able to help yourself in a similar situation.
All right.
We got.
Can you believe what Chris said today? Yeah, I can see myself doing that.
Yeah, we got a good hour. Mark Ziegler is
Sure.
going to join us here in a little bit. The Aztec basketball, get his take on why they weren't ranked in the preseason AP poll and whether it really matters. Also, an update: the squad does play Friday night against UCLA in the exhibition game, which I don't even think you can get into Viejas Arena to see that game. I think it's already plumb full. But people are really excited about Aztec Hoops. Also, good, bad, and ugly from week 6 in the National Football League coming up at the bottom of the hour.
Skraby,
what do you got, Scrabe? Left over from the Big Five, a couple of items?
Yes, I got a couple. Well, one item.
Yeah.
And it's something I think I'm going to take a little heat for in this room, but I want to ask the question that many people are asking out there.
Many people are asking this.
Was it game 4? They didn't reach a game 5, the Dodgers and the NLDS, right?
No, it was game 4.
Okay, game 4, Shohei Ohtani comes up to bat late. Runners on
second and third.
So they decide with Duran on the mound to intentionally walk Ohtani to load the bases.
Face bets.
Now, that's one. Last night, Uribe on the mound for the Brewers. They intentionally walked the bases loaded with Ohtani one more time to face bets. Each of those times, the next batter has the tying run.
Right.
So my question to you guys is...
Well, once it was the tying run. Last night it was the second run, which proved to be
the winning run.
The winning run, actually. Yeah.
So it's a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Why is it such a no-brainer to intentionally walk the bases loaded, knowing that you have that much margin for error, which is very small?
Well, you have as much as you think you have that much small error for margin for error with the bases loaded facing bets. The team has calculated that they have even less margin for error with a runner on second and third, throwing the baseball as a right-handed pitcher to Ohtani.
Somewhere he can see it and get his arms out and hit it a mile.
Ohtani is, 1 for 19?
He's struggling big time in the playoffs, but if you break it down, yes. 1 for 19 against lefties. But against righties, he's 3 for 10 with 2 home runs.
2 homers, yeah. 6
so
walks.
He's still Ohtani against right-handers, and both the cases was right-handers. I get it, but your players have to execute.
They got to do their job at this point in the season.
And I will say, this is a totally different world. I hate saying when I pitched because I never pitched like this in this level of the playoff, whatever. But I always like to have a base open. Stop it. I'm not turning back time.
You are. You're talking about your pitching.
Stop it. I'm not turning back time.
I went to the restroom 5 minutes ago. That could be turning back time also. Everything happened in the past.
When you were a pitcher.
All right.
You like to have a base open.
I did. I like to have a base open and try to maybe get that pitcher, batter to fish a little bit. But I wasn't facing the likes of an Ohtani, who probably be pretty smart to just walk him. But you always take a risk when you walk the bases loaded that the next guy could walk. In the case of Duran and the Phillies, the statistics, and I don't know if Robbie or Rob Thompson knew this at the time, but Jared Duran had never walked in a batter in his career.
So it was in his favor.
So,
it was in his favor.
It happened.
That is interesting.
And last night, again, it was down 1-0. You let Ohtani swing, it could be 4-0, and that truly is ball game. So I see why they're doing it, Scrape, but I also get that it hasn't worked.
What about
instead of just intentionally walking, what about trying to make him nibble?
Pitch around him.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
He's not swinging the bat well.
There's two reasons why.
Against lefties, I know. Tony I know. Saw it in your face.
But there's two reasons why I think you don't nibble. One, nibbling you can miss,
It's
and then he hits it
dangerous.
out of the ballpark. Two, if you nibble down and you bounce it, now there's a wild pitch and a run just scored. One of the reasons,
I mean, this is why. This is the complication. This is what Ohtani
yes,
presents.
he
Like
creates
all
that
of this
havoc.
right?
Even though when he's batting fifth in an inning, he creates a problem.
100%.
Even though he's
There
way
is an
down the
urgency
line.
to get these guys
Yes.
out in front of him.
That's right.
So that he's not coming up with runners on.
I also believe, and we talked about it earlier, Dave Roberts' willingness. I know we're not allowed to say anything good about Dave Roberts, but I'm sorry, when he does something good, I have to. And he made the right move. Obviously, it worked out. He brought Trinan in. But I think the other reason that he brought Trinan in, one was the fact that Sasaki just didn't look like it was him.
It looked
last
like it was
night.
starting to unravel. on him.
So he didn't want to let that happen. But once that tying run got to third base, I think he was worried about Sasaki bouncing that split
100%.
ball.
100%.
And Trinan doesn't bounce him because he throws spinners which break more sideways than down. You don't run the risk with Trinan of it
And
bouncing
sometimes
away.
what happens with a pitcher when they aren't comfortable that the catcher is going to be able to block it,
then you leave it
they
up
leave
too
it
high,
up,
and then it gets whacked.
and then it gets play out.
Anyway, it worked out for LA last night. Ohtani, speaking of him, he's stepping into the batter's box in a moment to start game 2.
Let's go back to Bryce Turang. We didn't really spend enough time on that, but people are crushing this
Yes,
guy.
why he didn't get out of the way of that
Because
pitch.
he would
I
have been
love
hit
that.
by a pitch. They would have tied up the game.
I trust me, he wanted to get hit by that pitch, but I would just we should hold an experiment and just have people stand in the batter's box. And listen, at this point, I probably can't throw it any harder than like 60 miles per hour the way my arm
You're
feels.
still jumping out of the
But
way.
I
bet.
promise you're still jumping out of the way of a pitch that's thrown at you.
It is reflex.
I think
It's reflex.
I think what a lot of people are looking at are that there is that curveball, Tony, that kind of starts on the inside, stays on the inside, and you'll see a hitter turn their shoulder because they've got the gear on, and they'll kind of block it, and they'll take a hit batter that way.
Yeah.
I think that's what people wanted Turang to do here, but that
That's-
wasn't the kind of pitch this was.
And by the way, that's normally upper body. You see guys
Right.
leaning with their shoulder,
Correct.
their arm. They're not sticking their ankle or their shin.
You can't
Anything
do it.
down near the legs.
Can't do
It
it.
is just a natural reaction to move. And that just
agree.
happened.
I don't even think this is one of the weird, when they bring up something and write all about it. I'm like,
you
I
wanna
didn't even
be-
notice it.
You want to be upset that he swung at a pitch that was above
That
his head.
you could be upset
Then you could be
at.
upset at that.
He
But
swung at ball 3 clearly way above his head. That was the mistake, unfortunately, for Mr. Turang.
Boom.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's it? Nothing else?
No.
Let's go back to the play in center field, Tony.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anything like it? We
Yes.
talked about what
Didn't it
happened actually.
happen?
No,
Well,
the ball jump out of a glove and hit the wall and then be caught and nobody know where to run and what to do.
I don't know that there were a bunch of runners on, but I'm almost positive that
Okay.
that play happened
Yeah.
earlier this year. In the glove, off the wall, back in the glove.
And so in that regard,
I feel like it was
safe.
the Marlins that it
It's-
happened to earlier
right.
this season.
And the call was correct, actually, by the umpires.
Yeah.
That once it hit the wall, it was actually down for a hit.
Can we talk about how good the umpiring has been, by the way, since postseason? I mean, this goes to show you they start trimming the fat off once you get to postseason.
I know, but
And
I got one for you.
Got one. What you got?
Oh, I got one for you. If the ALCS goes to game 6, come on, Blue Jays. DJ Rayburn will be back in action. I'm just saying, every Padre fan's going to want to tune in for that one and boo the TV. But I'm a little surprised. And this is something that I think Padre fans would have a right to be a little angry about. Although,
What
you
are we
know,
surprised about?
that a guy that made that bad of a call in a crucial spot is getting another chance in the ALCS. I think that should matter.
You think one call should, even though it was literally
bad.
the only.
It was. He
four
called a
missed.
really good game, but he missed the one he couldn't miss.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I can swing that because there's been even worse in this series that
Okay.
these guys they're in the NLCS.
I'm warning the Mariners.
This is why the robot umps are coming.
Bring Tom Payne in there, Tony. He can get it done better than Rayburn. I'm telling the Mariners I'm telling the Mariners right now. You want to go to the World Series, you better wrap it up in game 3, 4, or 5. Do not leave it in the hands of DJ Rayburn back in Toronto in game 6. Mariners, telling you.
I just think that Jorge
Skraby's with me.
Polanco is a great player.
All right.
And he is someone that I wish was on the Padres right now.
Ooh, did a righty just punch out Ohtani?
Yes,
he's now 3 for 11 against righties.
Wow. So they shouldn't have walked him.
They should have pitched
They
to
should
it.
have pitched to it. Because his swing is not looking good.
All right.
As Chris says, it's a rusty gate right now.
Mark Ziegler.
I do say that.
Mark Ziegler joins us next, talking some Aztec hoops when we return. Here's traffic.
From the
o'clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. Happy hour. Mark Ziegler, San Diego Union Tribune.
What's there to be happy about, Tony?
Join us shortly. Well, I was a winner of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. That's happy.
How about Jackson Churio leading off the game with a home run? That's something to be-
I'm telling you, man,
That's
after
something to be
facing
happy
Blake
about.
Snell for 8 innings,
They couldn't
Yamamoto
wait to get Yamamoto out there,
might
huh?
be in trouble today.
Yeah,
dog.
his stuff is not going to play the way Snell's did. Churio, right center field, opens with a homer. So
That's Oppo Taco.
1-0 Brew Crew in game 2, just like that while we were talking. But Mark Ziegler's going to be coming up here shortly.
Yeah, Mark Ziegler joined us here shortly. Chris mentioned it next Friday, right?
This Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah, this Friday.
Aztecs in an exhibition against the UCLA Bruins. Probably can't get a ticket for it at this point.
You know who we can thank for this game?
Who's that?
People like Mark Ziegler.
Yeah, who are reporting
You know why?
about the secret.
Because he was the one. Ask him here. He's on. Yeah, but yeah, because Mark was the one who used to report that these games were going on in secret.
Yeah.
So now they're just finally having them
Said
for
the
real.
cat's out the bag.
So we
might as
could
well
all
just-
go. So
might as
we
well go
owe
ahead and
we
put-
owe you, Mark, for even having this game Friday night, right?
Yeah, it's all me. I arranged the whole thing.
Hey, Mark, how are you, man? Thank you for joining us. We get a chance to see this team coming up Friday. We'll get into them not actually being in the top 25 as we kind of were hoping to see, but this will be our first look at this team this coming Friday against UCLA. What should we expect to see this early?
Well, we're not going to see the whole team because, you know, maybe the two best players, Magoon, Roth, is certainly not going to play. And I think Miles Bird is iffy. Brian Dutcher kind of said, we'll see. He's been out with an abdominal strain, not anything too serious, but he hasn't practiced for like the last week, just done some light stuff. We'll see. They were off today. We'll see what he does tomorrow and Thursday. I suspect if he does play, it won't be that much. So those are two really key pieces of what this team's really going to be as a finished product. So you have to kind of go into this game knowing that. Also, I think they're going to play, you know, everybody they can. Everybody else on the roster is going to play. And so I think there'll be a lot of substitutions, and, you know, I think the rotation will be a little bit of work in progress as the season goes on. So I wouldn't read too much into what happens, but it will be exciting to kind of see this team and see the improvement in the guys and see some of the new guys.
All right, so I joked about it, Mark, that you're the reason that this game is happening. But seriously, how did this kind of transpire? Because they did, it's been like a decade that they've had these, quote, secret games. And you guys, great reporters, have been, you know, on the case that these have been happening. So finally, they just decided to bring it out into the light. I mean, is that kind of what took place here? Or am I misreading it?
Yeah, a little bit. A few years ago, you know, there was some like fires or something, and a couple teams said, "Hey, can we play a game for charity?" And so they did that, and they said, "Yeah, you can." And so they turned one of their secret, you know, closed door scrimmages into a charity. And then the second thing that's kind of happened in this is, it used to be that you could only play in front of a crowd against non-D1 teams. So you'd always see a D2, an AIA team coming in. You couldn't see another D1. And then they said, well, that's stupid. Let's let them play another D1 team, and we'll do it for charity. Now they just said you can do it. And the charity is the players. It's for NIL. And I mean, I'm a little amazed that Mick Cronin agreed to this, to be honest, because I mean, do you really want to come down and play in San Diego if you really understand the dynamic of the fan base and how badly they really would want to win a game like this? I just think it's, you know, but they were going to play anyway as a secret scrimmage, and they talked them into, hey, we'll give you some money for your NIL, and they're getting a lump payment to come. And then San Diego State's going to raise the rest. I don't know what kind of crowd they're going to have. It's going to be interesting because it's outside the season ticket package. Everybody had to buy individually, and usually in those situations, just from a marketing standpoint, it's really hard to sell it. So I'm interested to see how many people anteed up and how many people are like, look, you're trying to gouge me at every single turn. You know, I'm not paying any more money than I already have to, then I'm not going to come. So I have no idea what kind of crowd they're going to get.
Mark Ziegler joins us here. San Diego Union Tribune, covers the Aztecs hoops. And Mark, we had Coach Velasquez on earlier, or was it this week? Or was it at the end of last week? And I kind of asked him the question if they were looking forward to seeing some different bodies in front of them. They've been playing against each other for so long, and he completely went left when I thought he was going to go right. He made kind of a statement about the depth of this team and watching these guys go against each other. 10, 11 deep. Is it realistically going to end up with a big rotation like that, or does this get trimmed down as we start to get into conference play as often we see?
I thought it would be trimmed down, but the thing about it is that they have a lot of bodies who are really good, right? But they're not duplicates, and that's just going to be the interesting part. So, let's take a guy like Chase Simmons, one of the incoming freshmen, that kind of everyone's forgot about because there's been a lot of hype around LZ Harrington. He's 6'8", 6'7", 6'8", big, burly, strong guy, but he can rebound. He might be the best natural rebounder on the team. Apparently, in one of they had an inter-squad scrimmage the last couple of weekends. There was one play he got 4 straight rebounds, and that's something they've been missing. It was a huge weakness last year. So yes, he's a freshman. Yes, he's got guys like Jeremiah Odin, a 6th-year senior, and Bagun Guath, an NBA prospect, ahead of him at the 4 position. But, he can rebound. And so that might get him on the floor in certain situations. Thakpor, Majak. Yes, he's still developing. He's in his 6th year playing basketball. He's got a ways to go. He's a long-term project, except he can block shots.
Yeah.
He's going to be a situational type guy. So I really think it's going to go night to night, to answer your question. I think there'll be some nights they'll play 11 or 12. I think there'll be other nights that maybe they feel like, okay, we got to go small. And so these guys are going to play because they're a smaller team and our big lineup isn't working. So we're just going to stick with this 7 and you'll see a pretty tight rotation. But I think it's really going to, you've got a big guard in Taj DeGorville at the point, and then you have a smaller guard and Sean Newman at point. So I just think that every night, every scout is going to be different, and they're just going to have to roll with that.
Mark Ziegler's with us. The Aztecs basketball season is just about with us, and for that, I'm always happy and grateful. Mark, Brian Dutcher, I love the first comment he said in your story this morning. Well, when you talked about whether or not, why they're not ranked, et cetera, and he said, well, look, I don't know what all the other teams have, but I just know that my team, and I know we're pretty good. I'm really happy to hear when he says something like that. Coaches don't often say that, do they? Because I want to build up too many expectations, but he's been around long enough where he can give us an honest opinion. And, if he thinks they're going to be good, then I kind of think they're going to be good, right?
Yeah, that's the beauty of having a veteran coach who's not worried about getting his next job.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
worried about what his record's going to look like, and what I love about him. One of the big changes when he took over for Steve Fisher was he didn't shy away from the expectations. He brought it, and a lot of PR guys would tell you, look, under promise, over deliver, under promise, over deliver. And he's like, no, we're going to be good. We should be good. We should win the league. I want those expectations. I want that pressure. We've earned that, And so it's a really interesting dynamic. They embrace it. They embrace the expectation and pressure. And so he's just going to come out and say it. He believes it. He's going to say it. And if you look at their roster, and again, they're not all together right now, but when they are all together, it's hard to say they're not going to be good on paper. But he also said in candid moments, just having talent doesn't guarantee you a good team. They've got to play together. He goes, I think we will, and they have a history of doing that. But they still have to go out and actually do it. And, seasons have all sorts of left turns and right turns and bumps and moguls that you have to navigate. And so you have to see how they get through all that. But, on paper, they're really deep and they're really talented and they're really good.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Mark, as always, man, appreciate you coming on. Aztecs in action this Friday, exhibition against the UCLA.
And next time, Mark, just put him number 1 in your preseason poll so that we get in the rankings, for heaven's sakes. My goodness. I know you did the right thing by putting where you thought, but it's a slap in the face. I know they're not, upset about it, but it's like Dutch said too, and you would think that people would realize we're not just kind of a one-hit wonder anymore. And
yeah,
you know,
I don't know what they have to do. I mean, the knock was, their postseason. You know, they don't make runs in the tournament. Well, they did that. They don't put guys in the NBA. Well, they've done that. You know, they don't beat big teams. They've done that. And you know, the fact that they didn't get one vote the year they went 30-2. Another year they went 31-5 and didn't get one vote. I mean, there's enough of history there that people should know. But I don't think it's as much a slap against them as a slap against all mid majors. It's just all about the power conference teams, and a lot of the polls skewed that way. So it gives them a little bit more motivation. Just kind of fuels that.
Yeah, certainly bulletin board material. Mark, thank you for coming on, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay. Talk to you guys.
Mark Ziegler, San Diego Union Tribune, right there. We're going to get to break.
Before we go, just on the Aztec subject, don't know if you saw this. Lamont Butler re-signing again with the Hawks, trying to get into the NBA, and in a game against Miami last night, 18.
Nice.
For Butler.
Nice.
Keep an eye on him. I believe on the other side, on Miami, Keyshawn Johnson was on that team.
That's right. That's right.
So,
he got up at the end of last season, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Keyshawn got some time last year, and I have bad news with Teoscar Hernandez again.
Fell behind, 3-1 count.
1-1. Dodgers Brew Crew.
All right, let's get
trading home runs.
Let's get to break. On the other side, GBU. More Gwynn and Chris.
Ben and
We have our new YouTube page. It's up. It's Gwynn and Chris. Go to YouTube, look it up, and subscribe for free. You will get bonus material. If you want to hear, like, for instance, Tony and I yesterday did a lengthy beyond the show discussion about Mike Shildt's retirement and why and how it all came together and where the Padres go from here. You want to hear that? Go to YouTube, subscribe, Gwynn and Chris, the podcast stuff there.
Sorry,
Gwynn and Chris, give me the right. Yeah, give me the right.
Gwynn and Chris SD.
Well, I'm doing my best.
He was
here.
over there itching in his skin over there.
Yeah, well,
GWYN.
Why didn't you interrupt me? You interrupt me all the other times.
I was trying to be nice.
Oh, okay.
You were doing a good thing. But yeah, it seems like people are excited about the YouTube. I'm going to try to bring some behind the scenes stuff. I think we may have a good episode on Thursday.
Ohtani just made the last out. Again, right-handed pitcher.
Okay.
First and runner on second.
Mm-hmm.
He was down 0-2. He still managed to hit the ball 115 miles per hour. Fortunately, it was just right at Freelick, I think it is, playing right field today. This is why they don't pitch to him with a right hand.
I don't know why they did pitch to him there. They had first base open.
115.
You got to pitch to him at some point.
Yeah, they did. They no one on.
They didn't have to pitch to him there. Dodgers did take a 2-1 lead, though, before that. Pajes with an RBI double. That
By the way, he was hitting
home
0.96 going into that at bat for the playoffs.
And name another, with all due respect to our number 9 guys, they have Pajes. I mean, that's an embarrassment of riches.
Remember when Pajes tried to fight the Padres?
I remember it was a Fugazi. He was trying to fight the Padres.
He was very angry.
He wasn't really that angry.
Everybody tries to fight when there's 3 people standing in the way.
Exactly.
Kind of like Dave Roberts against Mike Shildt.
Yeah.
Although Shildt was ready. I'm convinced of that.
Oh, man.
Dave Roberts waited for company.
We're never going to get to see Mike Shildt take off his glasses and throw them nicely to the ground again.
You know, one guy who's probably not mad to see Shildt retired? Adrian Johnson. Certainly.
They didn't get along?
Well, that's who he took his glasses off of.
Okay.
And they got into it many a times. They weren't the best of buds.
By the way, for college basketball fans, just saying, Joe Lunardi already has a bracket out. I'm looking at it right now.
Not a game played yet.
Not even an exhibition game has been played yet.
I understand this is content, and I understand that they're going to get lots of clicks for this, but what is the point?
The point is there's no reason to...
No, the point is that they're going to get lots of clicks for it.
And you know what? I may even click to see where San Diego State is.
Well, you don't have to, because I'll tell you.
Okay, good.
They're number 7 in the Midwest Regional. They're going to Philadelphia. They're playing Iowa in the first game. It's already done. Why play the season? Hilarious. By the way, UCLA is a 3 seed, if you're wondering. The team they play in the exhibition Friday night.
Is UCLA ranked in the top 25?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, UCLA and Michigan and Arizona. 3 of their opponents already are ranked.
In football, it doesn't matter, right? But I do feel like in basketball, I mean, you start having these type of brackets out already. Our ceiling right now is a 7 seed.
I know. That means we got to go beyond what we already are.
Exactly.
To get above that.
And so I'm just saying, Joe Lunardi is pretty on point with these.
He's pretty good.
If indeed the rankings matter in terms of how you are perceived already, then it does start to kind of matter a little bit.
It really kind of does. Because, I mean, the Aztecs are going to have to do something to get above a 7.
Right. Because I remember at one point last year, even before they had the couple bad losses, like when it was going good.
Yes, when everybody got injured, they lost some games.
It seemed like, I remember hearing like they can't get higher than a 5 seed or whatever.
Well, other than the Kawhi Leonard team, they never have.
Right.
5 is their high water mark. All right, we better get to the GBU, Skrabe. So give us a last check of traffic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury. Here's Kelly Danick.
Well, guys, my condolences, whoever's still out there on our messy freeways this afternoon, early evening. Let me start with the North County this time around. We are getting reports of an overturned crash on West Mission Road at the 15 and northbound 15 and El Norte Parkway, crash being cleared over to the right shoulder. Further north on the 15, right before Old Highway 395, we have reports of a collision involving couple vehicles. They appear to be over to the right shoulder. Can't be dropping stuff in the roadway when it's this messy out there, guys. Southbound 5 for Delmar Heights Road, a wood plank in the slow lane. Who did it? Fairmont Avenue on-ramp to westbound 8, a collision. Also going to find a couple problems out of the South Bay. Northbound side of the 5, an accident clearing near J Street. And northbound side of the 805, got this accident near 43rd Street being cleared over to the right shoulder. Plenty of other hot spots out there, guys. Just continue to kind of stay toward the middle of the freeway where there's less ponding. Most of our accidents have been in either the left lane or that right lane. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hi, Keto.
I wonder how many people will watch on the YouTube, by the way. Gwynn and Chris SD, by the way. I said, by the way, too many times.
Yes, you did.
And see us with no audio screaming in the studio, and it's all because of what happened in the game.
Dodgers just threw 3 baseballs away, and yet the Brewers only have 1 man on base with 1 out. Error that was ruled a foul ball, so no error. And then bad throw to complete a double play.
Error.
Anyway, still 2-1 to LA, bottom of the second. Sorry. All right, then we go to the good, the bad, and the ugly. Week 6 of the NFL in the books. We start with the good. And I must not be alone here with these top 2 teams because, the records say they should be on top. We'll start with the Indianapolis Colts. They're 5-1. Best record since the Peyton Manning days of 2009.
They tried to give me my upset win.
They came close,
They
but
tried.
Daniel Jones led them on a winning touchdown drive and did it himself even.
Jones on the roll, chased by Calais Campbell, trying to get to the goal line. He'll get there. Touchdown, Colts.
Touchdown, Colts. You might as well just give him the comeback player of the year award now, don't you think? Who else
he's wrapping it
possibly
up pretty quick.
get that? Arizona did make a nice comeback late. Jacoby Brissett had a really good game, filling in for Kyler Murray. Got the Cardinals within the 10-yard line, but they were turned away by the resurgent Colts, 5-1. Arizona's 2-4. They lost 3 games on a last-second field goal, and they lost that one. So they're maybe not that far away, but 2-4 nonetheless.
You know, there's some people out there thinking that the Arizona Cardinals for fining Jonathan Gannon after last week's reaction to DeMarcado, in lack of a better term, cut his manhood away. And
it helps. What?
It has been it was a weird.
Wait, they fined Gannon?
The team
fined
Gannon.
him is
in front of his teammates or in front of his players doesn't make him look like he's the ultimate authority.
If you're ever wondering, by the way, if there's ever been an organization in football run worse than the Chargers,
there it is.
There
right
is
there.
one, and that's the Cardinals.
Were you going to say something, Ty?
No.
Oh, I thought you were.
All right, second good is these guys. And Tampa Bay, not only they're 5-1, but ESPN put them number 1 in their power rankings this week for what that's worth.
I think you're right.
Baker Mayfield, MVP frontrunner, and he's making little crazy plays like this one. I don't know that they're going to be able to make this sound as good as it was, but let's see.
Shepard out there, his old college teammate. But he's not going to have a chance. Oh, yes, he is. He fights through the sack. Looking for first down yard. Oh, my goodness, he's done it again. Oh, that is pure Baker Mayfield. Shepard.
That was a TV call by Jim Nance, so you could see. But he got out of the sack.
Yeah.
He eluded 2 tackles, dove over the line for the first down. That's the kind of thing he keeps doing right now.
That's why his teammates
and they
love
him. Yeah, it's the same kind of stuff Tua does. I don't know why the Dolphins don't appreciate it.
Can you imagine Baker coming in and saying, "No, yeah, we got guys missing team." I can't see him doing it.
Wouldn't happen. No.
There's a 49er on the sideline right at the first down marker, and he did everything that all of us were feeling at the same time. He's like, "Oh no!" Just put his hands on his head.
Yeah, and that's the same thing, unfortunately, you're feeling when Fred Warner lost for the season for the Niners. Tampa Bay 5-1, Indy 5-1. Those are the best 2 records in football. If you had them through 6 weeks, go ahead and give yourself a gold star. Third on the good list. Another team that is quite surprising, the New England Patriots. And Drake May. I even heard some people say Drake May ought to be an MVP candidate. Maybe so. 3 touchdown passes. He's coming along. Vrabel's Pats are 4-2. They're now tied for first in the AFC East. And May was also the leading rusher for his team in this game.
He's very good.
He's really been good. And I didn't think much of him coming out of the draft. It shows what I know.
Who's that?
Drake May.
Oh, yeah.
Thought he,
I mean,
just a guy.
To be fair, he went to North Carolina? Is
North
that where
Carolina. We
didn't-
saw him in the Holiday Bowl here, and
That's
he
right.
didn't blow my socks away. If I
Pretty good.
wore socks, that might be a
I was going to
possibility.
say, when is the last time you wore socks?
Not too often. Into the bad category we go. Ravens got a lock on this category at the moment. And this is how bad it's been for Baltimore, guys. Tied at 3 just before halftime. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. The Ravens. They gave it twice to Mark Andrews taking the snap from center. What are you doing?
They're trying to think too hard.
Don't overthink that.
Then on 4th down, they finally gave it to Derrick Henry. Well, they got stopped. And that was the end for the Ravens.
You know what I would do?
You know what's funny is that the multi-threat of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry is not happening right now.
No.
So teams can probably just key in on the fact that you're going to hand it to Derrick Henry.
I might honestly think about going Wildcat if I were them. Give him an extra blocker and just let Derrick run for a couple
all
games.
Just
But I
give him
think
the ball 4 times.
Let them make the decision to keep tackling.
What are the chances that
I think
4
Lamar's coming
carries
back.
in a row that Derrick
Right.
Henry wouldn't score?
Yeah, but you gave 2 of the carries to Mark Andrews.
Which I understand. He's a big body.
But
he's not Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Rams, meanwhile, got it going in the second half.
Experienced linebackers, they're always looking for that ball. Sanford's Higby wide open, makes the catch, walks in, touchdown Rams.
And Tom Brady talking over the guy again. Come on, Tom. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still not sold on Tom. I know other people are. 17-3 Rams end up winning it. Lamar is supposed to be back after the Ravens bye.
Yes.
Cleveland, they're bad. And maybe they ought to just put Shador in. I mean, how much worse can it get? Dylan Gabriel doesn't seem like he's the answer. He was sacked 6 times.
He seemed kind of frustrated.
And the
why
Browns
he was
went
getting
nowhere
sacked.
against the 4-1 Steelers. Look, you got the Dolphins coming in this week. That seemed like a really good time to put Shador in, see what he can do. We'll see. Cleveland fell to Pittsburgh 23-9.
You know his brother,
Shiloh. Yeah, you could put him in and he could do some things against the Dolphins.
He's doing some I don't know what he's doing, some social media stuff. And he was at the game and he's interviewing his brother after the game. He's like, "You almost got in there, Don, didn't you? You're like this close."
Well, also, one other note, I saw Jalen Ramsey made a tackle by the sideline, looked at Shador Sanders and said, "Hey, I hope that, come on in. We want you in."
Well, they have Aaron Rodgers.
Anyway, Pittsburgh won it. They're 4-1.
Speaking of Mr. Rodgers.
Yeah, Steelers are 4-1.
Ayahuasca's treating them well this year.
Treating them real good.
Surprising. Also in the bad category, what has happened to the Eagles? Not only did they lose Thursday night against the 1-win Giants, they did not look good doing it. Giants ran over Philly 172 yards. Rookie Cam Scatterbo, 3 touchdowns. And the other than the tush push, we didn't see a whole lot again out of the Philadelphia offense. People are concerned in the city of brotherly love?
Hey, my man, Drew Brees about 3 weeks ago went on First Take and was like, "This offense is boring. I hate watching it." And they've lost
every
those 3
game
since
then.
he said that.
34-17, the G-Men.
Did Jackson Dart get cleared from concussion protocol? It's like people are celebrating Brian Daboll being so giddy about his quarterback. Isn't this nice when a coach loves his player? Yeah, the player's going to save the coach's job. That's the only reason
I
Brian
honestly
Daboll
saw.
cares so much.
It's funny you bring that up. I saw a meme yesterday. It was a side view of a swimming race, and 6 guys in the middle lanes all go diving into the pool. In the near lane to the camera, they have a meme of Jesus. He dives in, but then starts running across the top of the water and beats everybody down there.
That's pretty good.
It was funny, and you just mentioned that. All right, into the ugly we go. We got a couple minutes left. Denver 13, Jets 11. I say if the NFL keeps sending them games like this, London
They
may
ain't gonna
say,
win 'em.
Stop it.
Yeah.
that
This
was bad. Jets finished with minus 10 yards passing. That's the lowest in any game in 30 years. Justin Fields did throw for 45 yards, but the sack yardage took him out of it. Denver barely hung in for the win with just one touchdown.
I don't know how Aaron Glenn is going to be able to continue to keep Justin Fields at quarterback.
I will say that the Jets are going to be hard-pressed to stay winless this week. They're home to the Panthers, and I know Carolina's improved, but we'll see if they can do it on the road, Carolina.
I won't be surprised if Carolina blows the doors off of them.
We'll see. Also ugly, we talked about it already, so we don't have to spend any more, but the officials' love for the Chiefs just pouring out in a no-penalty game. And why did you play this highlight? Because Laporta's on your fantasy team? Detroit lost the game.
Duh.
So
let me go get another one.
Hating on the Chiefs so bad. Can't even play a good eye.
Want to play a touchdown from the losing team here.
Oh, yeah, I can't find it quick enough.
Anyway,
but that is pretty stupid.
All right. Chiefs got no penalties. Mahomes was
clean game.
Yeah, that's what
they are the cleanest team I've ever seen play.
Clean. This is ours.
I've never seen a false start. I've never seen.
No, that's the Eagles you're thinking about. The false
They're
start.
so good, the Chiefs.
No penalties. We just talked about it.
As the referee said last year in the Raider game. I don't know what happened, but game's over. Chiefs win. All-time classic.
I love how Chiefs fans.
You can't dispute that because that did happen.
The Chiefs fans are like, "Oh yeah, I've known that rule forever. Yeah, that rule.
Right.
I know that rule.
You guys got to get your reading chops up, buddy.
Oh yeah, I know
It's
that
in the
rule.
rule book.
I know that rule.
Yeah.
You mean the rule they just made up on the spot? Yeah. Okay.
It's in the rule book. Scrape.
One more ugly.
6D.
One more ugly, and that is the old Dolphins. Had a lead actually late. It was actually a pretty good game against the Chargers, but then Tua had to lay out all the dirty laundry after the game. The fish are fried after this play by the Chargers in the final minute.
Pressure coming again. Herbert in trouble. Herbert keeps it alive. Completes it to McConkey, who stops on a dime. There he goes. McConkey inside the 20. How did Herbert do it?
I know why. I know how Herbert did it. He's 6'5", 200 and something pounds. He's really hard to take down.
And the guy trying to tackle him was about the same size. Yeah. I mean, get him wrapped up.
Yeah, you can't.
He had him wrapped up. He just lost the handle, and Herbert's standing still.
Don't care. Make a play.
Funny thing
maybe
is,
if you've gone to the team, maybe if you've gone to the mandatory team meeting, you would have made the tackle.
I was going to say, I didn't see Tua giving up all that yardage on the field right there.
It was a good game, but Chargers win at 29-27. Miami is 1-5, and their culture is what I said it would be. Awful. All right, very good, Skraby. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Coming up this weekend, I mentioned it already, Dolphins-Browns. That'll probably end up in the ugly category just for the hell of it. Couple of good games, though. Monday night, though, I think. Tampa Bay, Detroit. I like that matchup. And your Niners play Atlanta.
Is it Sunday Night Football?
I think that's Sunday Night Football, yes. Chargers are hosting the Colts, so that's a pretty good game as well.
Atlanta's back, baby.
Well,
at least
see.
this week.
Yeah, and then next week, Adam will come.
I'm so happy.
Get a yard. We should have kept Kirk Cousins. I hate Penix.
He is on the team.
We should be playing Kirk now after I'd say we should bench him last year.
Well, it's better than Skraby and I, because according to us, our favorite teams are never going to win again after what happened.
I just love that Fred
week.
Warner breaks his ankle, and now they have to face Bijan Robinson. That's great.
It looks daunting after watching him last night.
It
We
does.
still got 2-1 Dodgers, bottom of the third. Skraby takes it from here with the Chronicles. We're back tomorrow for Tony and Skraby, Chris Ello. Evening.
Peace.